derivative, Jill.
There she is. There she is.
Welcome to Jill's.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Hey, hello and welcome. We are back talking about the Twilight Zone once again. We did take a couple months off to talk about For All Mankind. What a season that was. That was great. And we'll get back to that next year whenever they're finished with producing that. They are already filming it. But today, it is so good to be back in the Twilight Zone for Indefinite Lunch in Infinite Combinations number 203, where we're exploring all of the Twilight Zone. Today, we're taking a closer look at another season 4 episode. This is the 8th one, and it is called Miniature. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. And so we're continuing with that Miniature. Yeah, we'll talk about it. It first aired on February 21st, 1963, written by Charles Beaumont and directed by Walter Grauman. And even though it comes a week after Valentine's Day in terms of when it was aired, I think this one's a better love story than Jezebel. So I wonder if anybody agrees with me or disagrees. And so we'll talk about that. And today to help me talk about these episodes, we've got Scotty R37. How are you doing today?
I am doing quite well, thank you. It's good to be back in the TZ.
Yeah, TZ Twilight Zone. It's good. And also, we've got Lawrence from the Wayfarer Project channel. How are you doing today?
Very fine. Thank you very much, Jill. Yes, it's been it feels like a long time, which is strange because this year's been going by very fast for me. We're already almost halfway through.
The summer is going by even faster.
Technically, it isn't summer yet. It's next week.
Yeah, well, I'm in Texas. The kids have been out for more than half a month. It's summer. Yes. It may not be summer, it
feels like summer. It feels like summer everywhere, but yeah, technically it's June 21st.
Well, that takes too long. It's been summer since last month. And I also want to say hello to Tiger Stripes. How are you doing? It's good to see you.
Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. It's good to be here.
Hooray.
And to be a contrarian, I will say that we're having a very long spring. Here in Central Texas, we're getting all the rain that didn't come in March. And this morning when I woke up, I could hear those tiny little frogs singing outside because it's been raining like heck. And they all come out when it rains. So I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Why are there so many?
If they'd been singing like that, I would have been really concerned. But I think I would have run out to try to find them.
Technically, you're correct. It is still spring. But I'm glad we're finally getting some rain. We've been in such a drought, whole statewide. So we've lovely. Also got... Let's see. Oh, those are all me. Let's skip those. Mad G is also here, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say Gavin was first. And he said foist.
Gavin.
Foist.
Exactly. And also, Gavin is, No, but the first wasn't stolen. You still got it because I saw it. If I didn't see it, then you would have lost it. Wayfarer in the chat also. Maggie and hey, Maggie's also on Twitch. That's fun.
Hooray.
Speaking of which, let's see if anybody's on Rumble yet. Maggie's also on Rumble.
That's a trifecta.
He's got them all. Also, Gaming Stuff's on Rumble. Hello to Gaming Stuff. I hope you're still around here. And yeah, let's shut up, frogs. Jeez, says Gavin.
Makes sense.
Gavin also says, I love miniatures. Miniature Jack Daniels, miniature Belzwiski. Oh, the little bottles are so
Those
fun.
are fabulous.
Oh, have you ever been to like a grown-up birthday party where they have a grown-up piñata and it just has little bottles of liquor inside?
I guess they
Wow.
put them. They get the little plastic ones and not the little glass ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. They're all
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah. But
That would be funny, though.
well, it would be tragic in every sense of the word.
Oh no, I told him to get the plastic ones. Oh, no, but I did get a pocket knife from one of those piñatas also.
Oh, that's bitching. No, I've never been to an adult piñata party, but now I really want to. So,
Maybe I'm just gonna have to have one day.
and we should say hi to Scotty, huh? We should do the
Oh, we
Scotty
did.
thing. Did we?
Yeah.
Went by so fast.
I know.
Missed
I
it.
was trying not to
Went
eat
right
up
over
so
my
much
head.
time. See, the thing
Yeah,
is that if
but
I
the
got a
intro's
pocket
funny.
knife from a piñata battle, I would immediately, use it to steal the rest of the candy. It would turn into
Oh,
like
no,
dun dun
you
dun
wouldn't.
dun
You
dun
would
dun dun
not.
dun dun dun.
And what's more, you can't do much with a pocket knife.
That's true. I'd probably get my ass kicked.
Yeah, you just got to whittle with it.
Yeah, the thing is, the screwdriver on the pocket knife might be more damaging than the actual knife on it.
Yes.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Depends on the pocket knife.
Anyway, here's the episode slides.
Yay!
And so we've got a great cast for this particular episode. It's a
So
lot of
good.
fun.
Gives me chills. I just kept
shoot,
watching
it's
and
going
going, "Oh
too
my
fast."
gosh, it's oh my gosh, it's
Yeah, right? I
yeah."
know. And so we are starting here out at an office. Everybody's working
An
on
accounting
typewriters.
farm.
Yeah, it's noon o'clock, so everyone's getting up. I guess they call it recess, but I'm pretty sure it's lunchtime.
Recess.
I think he was just being facetious.
Yes.
Oh, it's like for like a playground. Like everybody, let's go play on the monkey bars.
School.
Well, and I think that the dynamics between the office folk is a little strained because, I think Charlie is he's not he's childlike. Like he's very quiet, nebbish, and nose to the grindstone doing his work because
He's
the
the
guys.
standard setter, and everybody hates the standard setter.
Yeah, but that's also we'll get into it later. But
Yeah,
like
he's like
he's
a
too good at his job.
Well,
You're
yeah,
fired.
well, that's where
Yeah,
we are
exactly.
now, right at the beginning of the show.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. That's not good. Hold on, sorry.
It's all good.
But yes, that's right. Yeah, he does work, but maybe he's not overworking because he wants to, but because it's a great way to avoid having to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And so this other coworker, they're making fun of him, calling him a goody two shoes. But really, the only reason he doesn't get up for lunch is because he's just waiting for everybody to leave so he doesn't get dragged into a social situation. And
Yeah.
that's the main reason.
He's an introvert.
He is the introvert. No, I know this. When I went to university, I would wander around campus finding all the best places to eat alone. And it was
Wow.
great. Yeah, no, there was a wonderful place behind the cafeteria, away from all the cafeteria. And it was just one little, like, I don't know why they just had one little table outside. I don't know who else was using this, but I used the heck out of that. And then also eating in classrooms. I could just sit there with behind the computer. Nobody ever stopped me. And there was no class going on, so why not?
Well, I can see.
I was Charlie.
I could see you're in theme today. You're making the slides miniatures as well.
Well, I'm fussing around with them for algorithm reasons. And it's fun,
No large slides of images.
Well, we can have them, but I have to be interacting with them. Look at this direct sales chart. So we know they also sell stuff. They could be accountants, but they could be salesmen. They could be all
I
sorts
believe
of
they
things.
are accountants. It's a room full of accountants.
Well, I think before I know there's going to be a lot of fanfare for the cast of this particular episode, but before we give the flowers to everyone else, I am so excited to see Robert Duvall, especially when it comes to his early career, like when it comes to stuff like To Kill a Mockingbird and THX 1138. But this is a Robert Duvall performance that I had never seen before, and he absolutely grand slams it. He is out of the park on this one. I did not see Robert Duvall. I only saw Charlie Parks.
Yeah. So how does this compare to other performances that you've seen him in?
I've never seen him so nebbish.
Yeah.
But he's always good. He's always powerful.
Yeah.
No matter what he does.
I loved him in this.
He's wonderful.
Definitely.
And there is a moment that is sort of ahead of its time for sort of 60s. Maybe I'm diminishing the era, but for 60s television. But that one long shot where he's being explained what's going on by Commodore Decker, and they just hold on his face, and the natural tears that come down. It was unfortunate that there is a cut between the right eye and the left eye, and you do see both, but like that kind of welling up and emotional outpouring in early 60s television, I thought was very, very impressive. And again, I don't want to take away from anybody else.
This is the same year that he did make To Kill a Mockingbird. Or it's the year that To Kill a Mockingbird was released, because I know that the release date on this, the date at the end of it was 62, I think. So they
63.
released it after they filmed it. So,
which is usually the way, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
But yeah, so he was busy this year. He was certainly making a mark.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that scene that comes later. That is a pretty emotional scene. But also here we've also got Barney Phillips, who has been in other Twilight Zone episodes we've seen already. I guess this is the last one we see him in, because we've already seen The Purple Testament, A Thing About Machines, and of course the one he's most famous for being a Venusian in the diner. Will the real Martian please stand up?
No, that's nice. I like it when shows come back to the same players. That was a thing they did in the 50s, where they would have a regular cast and a rotating cast and cast them in the same show in different stories week in and week out. And that was I love that.
I love it too. And it's just like, hey, I know that person. And who do I know him from? The same TV show I'm watching. And so Charlie is going to the museum, and he's so happy and absent-minded and staring up at something else. And so he's not watching where he's going, and he bumps into a lady. I relate to this too. I run into people all the time because I'm focused on some other thing that I should be paying attention to the people. I'm paying attention to something. And so it's just like, this is how did I don't know who Charles Beaumont was drawing off of, but this is so real.
Well, there is scuttlebutt that this was actually ghost written, or at least collaborated upon with, I think it was William F. Nolan, and I believe there was another writer, because at this point, Charles Beaumont was suffering from illness, and so he did have a collaboration. Now, this is according to the infamous IMDb trivia, so pinch of salt.
Well, there was also a plagiarism lawsuit, because one writer who submitted an episode called The 13th Mannequin said it was too close to what he had written.
And
that was ridiculous.
And that's fascinating, because when I actually got to rewatch Twilight Zone episodes in California years later, I realized that I had unconsciously copped from Mannequin to write a short story in high school. And then when I saw this, I realized, oh my God, this is so much closer to what I wrote in high school. They are very similar stories.
Yeah, but the Twilight Zone did a Mannequin episode years before, and so that's also another thing. But yeah, that lawsuit was why this show was not put into syndication, and nobody got to see it until the early 80s on TV.
Well, I think this may have
84.
been the first time I ever saw it.
And when they did it
So-
in 84, they did it in color because it was an anniversary year.
Oh, how peculiar to see Twilight Zone in color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know if I like that. Twilight
From
Zone
what
No,
I-
I
needs
don't.
to be
I don't think it
colorized.
went over well. It for
I would
whatever
watch
reason.
it just to see one, just to see, but I don't think, like I watched Spider Noir last night and I got to choose between black and white and color, and I went with black and white, and I'm so glad I did.
Nice.
Mhm.
But
That seems the right way
also,
to go.
because it was sort of the rollout for the colorization process, I think it was only the dollhouse segments that were colorized.
Oh, it was
And
That's not so bad.
colorized. That's not the
Mm.
same as seeing it in color. That's different.
Well, again, I think this would have been pre-Turner Classic Movies and all of that. If it was
Right.
1984, he didn't do that until about 86, 87.
I just assumed they'd found an old color print or something. So I'm
I
assuming wrong.
Yeah.
But again, thematically, it was introduced
Oh.
through the fantasy world, or perhaps the reality world of the Victorian dollhouse.
Ooh,
Well,
that's
yeah,
a fantasy.
Yeah, this 13th mannequin was about a guy that worked in a department store who preferred the company of a mannequin. So it's more than just saying a representation of a human being, but it's like a love story between them. I don't know how further the parallels go, but
Did they play
Yeah.
Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now? By
Yeah,
Um,
that's why.
that would have
That's
been
why
a
I didn't.
stretch.
That's why I didn't mention
Well,
it yet,
just
because I know the
because-
end of the
Travel would
story.
have been required for that.
Well, just because of the Andrew McCarthy, Kim
Yeah.
Cattrall film, Mannequin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but yeah, I do know the end of the story, but I'll wait till later when we get to the end of this story so we can compare the ends
Oh,
of the
okay.
stories.
Okay.
And so,
Sorry about that. I
no, but
jumped
that's okay.
the gun.
No, but everything you said was fine because it's still relevant. And I wanted to go back to what Scotty was saying about Charles Beaumont, that even though it was from a source you got a question, the IMDb trivia doesn't put references. It is true that Charles Beaumont was suffering from brain disorder, deteriorative brain disorder, because Stone Rackets told us several times about it. And
I've heard that
yes,
too.
and that he did have help writing. And so if it was with William Nolan, that makes sense.
Yeah, his team of friends who were also writers lobbied together and finished up scripts that he had begun, that kind of thing. Put his name on scripts that they did just to support him financially.
That's so nice. So it might be some
it's a
of
beautiful
William
story.
Nolan's personality then. It's kind
It
of
might be. I met Nolan a couple times. He always seemed like a really decent guy.
And as
Yeah,
we'll
but,
sort of summarize with the
I'm not
with
like
the themes
this.
of the
I'm not like
the
this
episode.
I'm not like this when I'm with my people, if you know what I mean, like with other people who I relate with.
Ah,
It's like so if you you wouldn't have noticed these things in me because we're friends. A Lord Corey is here. Hello, A Lord Corey.
I Lord.
I Lord makes more sense.
yeah, it must be an Apple ruler.
I saw a movie with Marilyn Monroe in it last night in the theater. So now I can say I have seen Marilyn Monroe and Anti-Derivative Gel on the big screen. That's only because you put me there, but thank you so much for giving me that honor. I cannot believe it. Still on the big screen. Yeah.
Hey, old
Bird
Denver.
is delighted at that. Robert Duvall was young? Yeah, once upon a time.
Although he looks like he was born 40. He's got one of those faces.
Well, in the receding line.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the hairline. Yeah,
But
totally.
but he never kind of aged much past that. He always kind of looked like a very hale 50, no matter how old he
Yeah,
got.
we
amazing.
in celebration we watched Secondhand Lions last night, and I swear, I mean, in that film he looked like he was late 50s, early 60s.
He's got a glow too, that
Yeah.
guy. He's got a glow.
But he was
We've gotta
supposed to be
say-
playing like eventually 90s, but at that point in the film, I guess it was he was playing a character that was probably like 80s or at least late 70s.
Wow.
But like going through his career, I guess the last movie I saw him in was The Judge with Robert Downey Jr. And then obviously he was in Get Low with Bill Murray, where he plans his own funeral. And even going back to like Falling Down, I guess Falling Down would be the closest, where he was a wilting violet, shrinking violet, in terms of his character, who does reassert himself at the end. But absolutely, I think that his career is. Oh, and come on, how hard ass was he in Apocalypse Now as Hagen in The Godfathers? Like, the man's legendary. And so I was just happy again to sort of pick up the pieces of a lost performance. And by lost, I mean something that I hadn't seen. I'm sure other people had enjoyed this before.
That's the list I was looking for. Hello to Canadian Spider-Man. Hello and good day from my RV. Anti-derivative Joe,
Hey.
Buddy, Wayfarer, and Tiger Shapes.
Hey, Spidey.
Gavin says, I wouldn't know anything about life-size dolls being sold online. Me neither. Although there's a whole movie about it that I still haven't seen.
I can recommend that movie.
Yeah. What
Which
was it
one?
called again?
Megan?
Oh, no. It's the one with Ryan Gosling.
Lars and the Real Girl.
Lars
Barbie.
and the Real Girl.
So
it's a really remarkable movie.
I'll write it down.
So much more than you think it's going to be.
It looks like
Don't wreck it, liked it.
that's cool. But the thing is, and I'm glad that you said it, that it does look like something, and it's like, okay, I don't know if I want to be uncomfortable for the next 2 hours.
You will be uncomfortable, but not in the way you think.
Okay.
But the cafeteria is closed for alterations.
This
yes,
is true.
I know. Yeah, it's closed, so he can't eat at the cafeteria. And so, yeah, this is where he usually likes to eat. So, but anyway, even despite this, even though it is closed, he does decide to go upstairs. He's trying to get to a certain exhibit, but there is a museum tour happening. And the crowd, I guess, is too thick, so he can't move up, or he's afraid to push.
He's not the
people.
kind of guy to push. So he gets swept down with them.
Yeah, like he can't just like say, "Excuse me, just do
It's
this."
sad, and they kind of don't acknowledge him or see him. It's sad.
Like I don't do that. I will, because I do mosh pits, so I will barricade. I will.
You do mosh pits?
Wow.
Yeah, so I will get my way through a crowd. I will not be
shocked. I tell you.
Wow,
you do mosh pits? No,
Well,
every mosh pit I've ever been in, all I could think was, "Get me out of here! Just get me out of here!"
Okay, I'm not saying I do that part where they're like running in circles, bashing each other, but I am there.
That is what a mosh pit is. But you're on the edges of the pit, not in the middle of it. I take it.
Yeah,
You can bounce up and down and shoulder check.
No, not in a real mosh pit. They are running in circles, crashing.
I've been in a mosh pit before. I know what kind of safari that is.
I have too, and it's like a war zone. No, thank you.
Well, but also the thing.
I think the war zone is fun to watch.
This is
turn
such
around and watch it.
This is such a tangent. Is that every mosh pit that I've ever been a part of, it has been a war zone, but almost like a playful community of people who all know what they're up to, and if there has ever been an issue.
All fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
Well,
I said that once to a very competent mother, and she said, "No, it's still a game, and the name of the game is Find the Eye."
Yeah, exactly. And so I've always found that when someone falls in a mosh pit, the rest of the mosh pit says, "Hang on a second, 2 or 3 of us will help this person away."
Well, my strategy is to be at the rail at the front because I'm short. I want to be able to see, so I go to the rail. And then one time
I even behind you.
Yes, and I can observe and I can laugh at it because sometimes it's more fun to watch the mosh pit than the actual band. It's just like, oh, how are these people dealing with this music? This is amazing. One time I even brought a camera, well, at least in Texas anyway, they're really nice. I've dropped it once and they helped me get it, and they were really everybody's actually very nice in mosh pits, except for in California, a man almost fell on top of me. In that when he was being crowd surfed, I guess people didn't want to hold him, and so they're just like letting him fall, and he was falling on me. That was
I was under a stage once where the lead jumped, and I was the only person who caught him.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Everybody else just parted like the Red Sea. It was insane. I know. You'd think that they'd show some support. He clearly was into surfing, and nobody wanted to go there for him.
Oh, that's sad.
It was all
Anyway.
right. It worked out okay. But
Good
Hey,
work.
Brogu. Hey,
You
Poopus.
you must be really strong.
it wasn't that far of a leap, but still, I was bouncier back then.
Jamie
Jamie
Lynn was
Lynn.
here, and also Snortapoopus Cuber.
Silly old bear.
Mm.
I don't go
Hey,
to
Jamie.
that kind of Star Trek convention. No, the Star Trek convention I went to, they did have a concert, but it was like orchestra rather than a mosh pit. Or
Mm.
punk
I thought
rock.
you saw. I thought you saw Gary Graham playing his band.
Yes, that too, but he did that the whole time. Like he did that for all the panels. He played
Oh,
different
okay.
songs. I think he played all sorts of great songs. Anyway, he did that, and I also saw the Star Trek Rat Pack, you know, with the James Deeren and all that.
Oh, cool.
And also Rom was there, Max
Mm.
Grodenchuk, and
Oh, very cool.
Aaron Eisenberg. Not yeah. So,
They were all playing instruments?
oh,
That's pretty bitchin'.
Tim Russ was there with the guitar. No, they
Oh,
were
wow.
singing. They were
Amazing.
singing.
I
Yeah.
saw Seduction of the Innocent at a Comic-Con way back when. That was pretty bitching.
I would have loved it if Robert got in the middle of those ladies and started doing the mosh pit soundtrack. Would be playing Anthrax. Caught in the mosh.
I am the man.
I guess they would move away from him if he did that, so that would work. Works for me. Canadian Spider-Man says Texas is fantastic and the people are so dang friendly, even in mosh pits. Yes, even in mosh pits, they're amazing. Yeah, you fall down, they'll help you up. Snorpoopus agrees with you, Tiger Stripes. I am.
That's my good
silly old
bear.
I like web slinging above mosh pits, says Spidey. New sport. County square dancing crossed with mosh pit. Interesting idea, but yeah, I'll think about it. But anyway,
Make your
this is
partner turn all around.
anyway, this is one way I'm not like Charlie. Anyway, they're talking about African jungles and art and all that stuff. So in this particular piece of art here, and they were talking about how they have 500 different languages. I guess kind of like how Native Americans have had thousands of languages. And so
I loved the introduction to this, and it was like, do you know that Africa is the least explored continent? In fact, those people will go their entire lives without meeting a white man. And it's like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
This is for evil spirits. And it's like, okay, calm down, reel it in.
Well, no, he said that they could go their whole lives without knowing the modern world. Yeah. So I didn't exactly say it like that, but that's.
I think he did use the expression white
Yeah,
man,
he
as
did.
I recall.
Really? I don't
So-
remember that.
But look at these
Yeah.
ladies who lunch. They're just all so unflappable. They're all a couple
he
martinis
does.
in.
Holy crap! I totally missed that.
It's okay.
Oh,
Don't worry, I've got my thumb on the pulse of racism.
well, it's a little early for margaritas. Maybe mimosas.
Yeah, but
Maybe
also these are
mimosas.
60s. These are executives' wives who have been.
Yeah,
they
they're the
came to this
ladies who
city.
lunch.
They came to the city to see the museum. This is an event.
Yeah. All right. They get to learn about culture and everything. So, finally, having gotten away from the crowd, Charlie heads to the Egyptian exhibit, but he cuts through to the Victorian room where he finds this dollhouse. Very large old doll's house, and from the Victorian times. And when you get a closer look, it's a really beautiful dollhouse. Obviously, they made miniature sets, and they also, for whatever sets they had to have people in, they actually made actual sets of those too. It was very expensive.
Is that from the book?
Yes.
It is
Okay.
because my gut says that none of these are actual miniatures. They're all
they're
inserts
not.
of photographs.
I thought that they were
Well-
like rear projection.
Well,
Something
I'm
like
reading
that
here
going
that
on.
they did most of it with a real stage and everything.
Yeah.
For the people.
But I don't see
Well,
anything
when it
that
was
looks
real
like an
people.
actual miniature there, which as a person who likes dolls and miniatures, I was a little disappointed, but I get it. It's, back in the days when the biggest TV you could find would be, about 2 feet by 2 feet. So
If I had to guess, whatever you see with people in it are real sets. But whatever you see when they don't have anybody in it, are you sure? Are you sure none of this is a dollhouse?
I'm
that's my
pretty.
gut.
I think it's rear projection, whether it be
Yes.
still or
What?
or film, but it does look. It looks great.
There's no doubt there's real sets.
See, and
That
I
part
know
we
I'm
know for
not even
sure.
sure if it's an actual rear projection prop. I think it's some sort of trickery done post.
Like a special effect kind of thing.
Right.
Sure.
But you could be right.
Well, it's speculation. Like
I
I
don't
did
know.
look for
I'm
production notes
scrolling.
on this. Maybe the book, and I mean the book by Mr. Zikri. Do you still have that one going for this?
Yes, I got that going, but actually I'm looking for my notes on this, which I have scrolled. Oh man, okay, I'm looking for them. Hold on. We're going to cut this out for a second while I look for
And it
that.
makes
Okay,
sense
so
that they're actual sets and actual images of sets because they have to put the people on them, I think, in every room,
what happened?
and the foyer. So it makes sense to not recreate them in miniature because that would be very expensive and time consuming.
But okay, so throughout miniature, Charlie Parks visits the dollhouse. So this is from Mark Scott Zicree, as you mentioned, Scott. And he watches a pantomime melodrama. Obviously, we're going to get into that in a little bit. And in order to accomplish this, a 4-room dollhouse and a full-size identical replica were constructed. So yes, so
Herm.
what I said before, the way I announced it was correct.
Well, let me put it this way.
Originally,
I believe the dollhouse is real. I don't believe that the rooms and all of the objects inside them are real. Does that mean? I mean, the dollhouse, the exterior is clearly very real with the gables. It's very beautifully done.
Mm-hmm. And it is possible that they did sort of emulate it in for long shots or what have
yeah,
you.
but Tiger Stripes, if they say that a dollhouse and a full-size identical replica were constructed, why would they need to make a full-size dollhouse if they're just using sets that they insert into the dollhouse?
I think the wording is
You mean
kind
why
of
would they
poor.
need? Well, I mean, they made the exterior of the dollhouse so that they could inset the film images.
You know, that's how I feel.
I don't think they made a giant dollhouse. If you know what I mean.
No, it's just a dollhouse. That's why I think that the rooms are inset, post.
Yes, I agree with that.
trickery.
Obviously, I agree with that. What I'm saying is, why would they say they created the dollhouse and a full-size identical replica? If it's identical, that means what they transposed what was the real set, and we know it's a real set when we see a lady playing piano inside of it versus actual dollhouse, like actual made with tiny tools and all of that stuff. If you're right, Tiger Stripes, then Mark Scott Zicree did a very bad job with his language here, saying identical replica. He should
may
not have
have
said
been
that.
referring to, he may have been just taking everything a complete quote that he found somewhere, that might have just been to publicize the show. You know what I mean? He might have just cut and pasted the quote into his book.
Well, and there is another book. So this other book by Grams Jr. Martin, which also tells me that they made dollhouse-sized furniture and real sets inlaid into the real dollhouse. And it says here, the miniature house should be arranged so that 3 rooms, parlor, bedroom, living room, may be fully depicted while other rooms are eliminated or barely indicated. Or we're dealing with the scenes of the house. The feeling of that model should be magnified. The action within the house must be highly stylized. And so, I don't know. Therefore, the more stylized the house itself, the better. If the staircase to a cutaway bedroom could be arranged, that would be ideal. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you got me questioning something that I was sure was was what I thought it was before.
Well, there is a moment.
But
There's a transition between the foyer and the sitting room or the parlor or what have you, and it's obvious that one transition to the other is not necessarily seamless. It's like, all right, go through this door, and he goes through the door like this, and then he comes out the other way, and he's like this, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, you're fine,
yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, we're not going to agree on that until I find the actual dollhouse and somebody,
Yes.
That's all
behind
right. It's all right.
Yeah,
If I
okay.
if I see another picture that I'm like, okay, that's a dollhouse, I'll speak up.
We rely
You do well,
on the
and
slides.
Tiger Stripes does know her dolls, so I do take her.
No, I can't say that.
Seriously.
I was going to say, well, she is one, but I didn't want to cause any alarm.
Well, dear me.
All right. Okay, so let me find out where we were. The cafeteria is closed. He goes to see the dollhouse. Where are we?
He's just about to meet the love of his life.
Yeah, that's right. And she's playing the piano. And what's she playing?
A Theme and Variations by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Oh, thank you.
It's in A major.
I knew I could count on you, Wayfair, for that one.
And the cool thing about it, they picked that appropriately because in Mozart's period, it wasn't true pianos yet. They were piano fortes, and it was still an early version of pianos, which kind of lends itself well to the spinet that they're using in the episode, which sounds similar. You know, the upright pianos sound similar to the piano fortes that they had during that period. This was before the concert. Oh, this would have been, yeah. It had a hammer mechanism. It had a hammer mechanism as opposed to the hooks of a harpsichord, but it did sound kind of dry like harpsichords, but also sounds similar to, you know, upright pianos. And it's probably, especially like the turn of the century, you know, kind of like ragtime pianos that had a similar tone. So it was a good selection of a piece. And then also because they varied it in the episode, it's a theme and variations where there's a melody, and then that melody gets varied and changed in each variation that's played afterwards. And they did that on the show as well in their own way, like changing the theme for the mood of each time that they played it.
And that is it was the music was done by Fred Steiner, so I imagine he had a hand in those different variations.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, it was a different type of variations than the one originally written by Mozart, but it was cool that they did that. They chose something that, as a piece in and of itself, it uses variation. So what they were doing kind of like paralleled with the whole form of the piece is.
Okay, so we have made it up to the opening narration.
Yay.
Scotty R37, would you like to read?
Would I like to? I'd love to. All right.
Okay, but before you do, I want to say
Yes.
hello to Jason Love, who's here. Well, how's this for a show? And TARDIS materialization. Hail, Jill, Tiger Stripes, Scotty, and I'm sure you're also saying hello to Lawrence.
Of course.
And hello to Phantom Outsider.
Cheers.
Mozart.
Hey.
I'm no memorized fan. However, I adore Mozart. Oh, nice.
I've always found he has too many notes.
What?
It's an Amadeus joke.
Oh, that's okay. Well, which wasn't really a, yeah.
No, I know. The reality
was...
of Amadeus is not necessarily a documentary. However, I do enjoy the movie because of the music, and so it's nice.
Oh, no, it was based on a morality play in the 19th century that used Mozart and Salieri as characters. So it was based on something historical, but it was a historical thing, not based on real life.
Oh, okay. Either way, I dig it. If you haven't seen it and you like classical music, Amadeus is actually a really,
Oh yeah,
really,
it is cool.
It is a blast. So, meanwhile, back in the Twilight Zone. To the average person, a museum is a place of knowledge, a place of beauty, truth, and wonder. Some people come to study, others to contemplate, others to look for the sheer joy of looking. Charlie Parks has his own reasons. He comes to the museum to get away from the world. It isn't really the 60-cent cafeteria meal that has him drawn here every day. It's the fact that in these strange, cool halls, I had to scroll. He can be alone for a little while, really and truly alone. Anyway, that's how it was before he got lost and wandered into the Twilight Zone.
Nice. Thank you.
Well, sorry for the scrolling. Sorry, I scrolled.
That's okay. No, that's
60-cent cafeteria meal. Man,
I
sign
know,
me
right?
up,
Yeah,
please.
I know.
Love a good cafeteria.
30-cent burgers. And so,
Let's see.
Oh.
60 cents. How much was that? Let's do an inflation calculator.
I'm trying to
yeah.
remember how much my lunch was in the cafeteria when I
That
was a
would be-
kid, and I think it was 50 cents.
I think it would be about $7, Scott. Which $7 would still be a great price for lunch today.
Yeah, it's about that. American dollars, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's American cents.
You just so far multiplying by 10 works for any 60s money.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Canadian Spider-Man says, I was on a train going to Agra, India, and this old farmer couple stared at me for 5 hours. Sort of poopus. Like they had never seen a white guy before. Third class train. Okay, so Canadian Spider-Man is proving the museum tour guide correct.
I've done that in Vietnam, in North Vietnam. I've been a subject of observation.
I'm also
it's
trying
just
to
like-
decide if Canadian Spider-Man counts as a redhead, because I know that they get stares. They get hard stares.
Well, you've met the man.
He's not
And
red.
I don't know. He might have been redder when he was younger.
I was
What
more
does-
blonde, so yeah.
God need with a dollhouse.
Nothing. Well, actually, technically, heaven and earth is his dollhouse,
Yes.
so whatever.
We are all God's dolls.
Yes.
I'm playing the right notes, but not necessarily in the right order. Eric Morcott. Okay.
Well, how wise of you, Gavin.
And the problem is some museum cafeteria meals themselves were museum pieces. So
Yeah.
that's funny.
Depends on the cafeteria.
Well, I think for Charlie, he didn't care how good the food was. He just liked the solitude.
Mm-hmm. He was like you,
Mm-hmm.
looking for a place to eat alone.
Super fun. I like eating because I could read, I could do my homework, I could get stuff done. And Charlie is clearly enchanted by this dollhouse. And
Those gables are just wonderful.
yeah, even if it was just an ordinary dollhouse, it is gorgeous. But obviously what actually attracts him is that there's not just a doll in there just sitting there. It looks like a real live woman playing the piano.
Not just any old doll.
Yeah, right. Written by Charles Beaumont, directed by Walter E. Groban. And so he asks the guard here how that's done. How does the doll move? And he's kind of amused by this because
Yeah, this guard, he is a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's
he puts up
understanding.
with a lot.
Very
With
understanding.
a lot from Charlie. And so he's like, what makes
Played
it
by
go?
John McLiam, and he was in Rambo: First Blood.
Rambo. Okay.
I recognized this guy, and I saw him across his career, and he always plays. Again, he's a character actor, and so you may not know him from anything. And I honestly don't know him from anything. I was just going through his IMDb, and I was like, he was in that. He was in that because I recognized his face, and so he is a man who was working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so the guard shows him, hey, this is just a normal dollhouse with a normal doll inside of it. Look over here on this plaque to see what it is.
Look at this sign. It says normal house with normal dolls.
Yeah, that's exactly what it said. Normal house, normal doll. 19th century.
This is not
townhouse.
haunted.
This doll is not reaching into another dimension.
Not
Model
beyond
of-
sight and sound, dude. It's just wood.
Model of Boston residents of Mr. and Mrs. Copley Summers. The figure represents their daughter, Alice, and was carved in wood from the original balcony. So immediately we get the name for the doll. So we don't have to call it the doll.
Alice.
I'll write that down.
Alice.
But they do call her the doll in the closing credits, which is
Yeah.
a little bit of a ouch.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that the only
Charlie.
person who really refers, aside from the sign, is Charlie. Is the only one who refers to her as Alice.
Well, I guess for people to know, it's better to just say doll, because otherwise they would have had to remember that
Well,
sign.
they could have gone with Alice, comma, the doll. The doll, comma, Alice.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
call
respect
him
for
Dr.
Alice.
Jones, doll.
Well,
Sorry,
the last story
word
I saw about a
association.
dollhouse was in the Creep Show TV show about a creepy zombie toy head that randomly moves and does things of its own accord, says Jason Love.
Oh,
Yeah, that does sound creepy.
Dolls can be very creepy.
Oh, yes. Alice doesn't live here anymore, says Snorty.
I've never seen that. I'd like to though.
And so Charlie's wasted some time here. He did not feel the time go by. He is about, I guess it's 1:35, so I would guess he's about 35 minutes late in returning to work if you get it like an hour lunch. And
Yeah,
so
But that's not normal for him.
yeah, that's not normal for him. This is his first time ever being late in his whole life. And nonetheless, he gets a note that he needs to go see his boss.
Yes, who's using it as an excuse, that as he goes on to say.
Yeah.
He could use this as an excuse. And that's
Yeah,
very
but-
true in a lot of jobs. You come back late from lunch, it can be automatic firing.
There
It's-
could have
yeah.
been other stuff bubbling, and this is what carries you over.
Well, it's
And
just-
that's exactly
it can
what he
be
says.
the reason that they do it.
Yeah, because they don't want a unlawful termination suit. So an easy thing that everyone accepts is tardiness. You can't be late, and so that makes sense. But it turns out in reality, he tells him the truth though. He's like, this is your first time in being late, so it doesn't make sense for me to fire you for this, but I am. But the real reason I'm firing you.
You're just an oddball.
Well, he uses the expression square peg.
Yeah,
And,
square peg.
Oh my God.
You're not following the herd.
I was so taken by the dialogue here, transposed with what I've heard from HR speak of the modern era. And when they say, Parks, we got to be part of a team. I tells you, we're all part of a platoon. And if one guy lets us down, then the entire platoon goes down. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I've heard that sort of vernacular before. But if you switch it over, it's like, you know what, Charlie? We like to think of ourselves as a family. You love your family, don't you? And I was just like, this is HR speak has very slightly modified throughout the years. It's just a difference between we're going into battle to we should all love each other, but it's basically the same. We're all here in the same room together every day, Charlie. Don't you want to be with us in this room? And it's just like, oh my God. Anyway,
I've never had this speech told to me before, but
I've
it
been
definitely
fired a
sounds
lot,
like-
lady. I've told you.
It definitely sounds like
I've
you
been
have.
called into a few rooms and had the door closed. I've heard a few things.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
but
I've never been
And it
fired,
can often
but-
be because everybody else who's your peer is targeting you. And that's just henpecking. It's just the structure of people and cliques, and it's and these days, if you know the right buzzwords, you can push back. And I advise everybody to learn the buzzwords and push back.
Well, and
But that's
Lawrence,
another thing
it
about
is sort of a detriment on my part is that, after a certain amount of time, you got to either own it and take it as a badge of honor, or you can slouch in sad
Oh,
Charlie
no,
Brown
no.
music.
It's completely. I mean,
You
I
can do both.
basically as good. I
Why
was
not
as
both?
good as fired, although it didn't happen because I was an adjunct. I just wasn't giving classes because I wasn't of the correct political persuasion.
Oh no, are you a communist?
No, a new chairman came
just
in.
the opposite.
Oh, okay.
Undoubtedly.
Well, actually, I
Okay.
didn't even talk about it in classrooms. It's just the previous chairman was open. People were on different sides of the aisle and stuff. They'd talk about stuff, and it was still all good at the end of the day because we're just talking outside of class. But the new chairman wasn't like that.
There are a couple of gaps in this, though, because the thing is, as you said, you're making Felix Leiter from Diamonds Are Forever and his buddy at the beginning. They're like, "Oh, you're making us look bad," and so you think that he's actually doing well. And then when he does get in, he is brought in and he's fired. And it's like, you're a picture employee. The only thing that you don't do is socialize with the rest of the staff. You're fired. That seems a little much.
Yeah, it's rarely professional. It's usually personal.
It really
Oh,
is
okay.
very strange
Often.
to me. I can't understand why he was fired either. It seems like he's being fired for just being an introvert, but I don't see how that is detrimental to the bottom line.
I think the boss just didn't like him.
No, but I can promise you that everybody else in that office, particularly the two guys there, go to the boss regularly and go, gee, Charlie doesn't fit in. Gee, Charlie doesn't have a joke
gives me
every
the
day. He doesn't
heebie-jeebies.
hang around. Yeah, all blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah,
Because
so
people like that will target someone.
So it's not that he's bad for business. It's just people don't like him, and so he's fired.
Probably great for business because he's setting the standard, which is why they don't like him.
Yeah.
Also, his boss calls him a wind-up toy, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's foreshadowing.
Good call.
Oh, that is good call.
So I bet the boss. So I call him being an introvert, but I bet the boss would call it being antisocial. So he, like you said, Scott, like you've been saying, he questions whether he likes his coworkers, and he reveals that he's very actually apathetic. Like he neither likes them nor dislikes them. And so he's not a team player. He gets fired. But the thing about this that was strange is Charlie does nothing. He just takes it. Like this is like a moment where you understand his character a little bit, where he doesn't stand up for himself. And so that would not be me. Like especially when it is like if I get a bad grade or one time I do remember being fired. It was from a tutoring, computer science tutoring. I was doing a great job as a tutor, but the teacher who hired me expected me to do her grading and to do not just grading, but I also had to do study guides for her class. And I was like, wait a second, you're just having me do your work.
Yeah, that's a teaching assistant position.
Yeah, I should be paying more for this.
Anyway. For you. But yeah, I was that quiet person who got pushed around a bit until I kind of finally started standing up.
It depends what it is. If it's something where I'm expected to perform and get like a grade for it, like if it's for a grade or if it's for monetary things, I will stand up. But for other things that maybe don't seem to matter as much, I could be a doormat too.
But also, I just want to say, Phantom Outsider, if they say, if Charlie in this instance were to be like, you can't fire me, I quit. This is something that I learned a little while into my career of quitting is if you're going to get fired, take the severance. Who cares? So don't turn
quit.
it into
Make
a pride.
Yes,
just
don't
let
be
them
proud.
fire you.
Yes,
yeah, don't
absolutely.
be proud.
Well, speaking of pride,
and the mother, she's amazing.
The actress, absolutely, yes. And the character as well. The character as well.
Yeah, she was a real mama.
She's like somebody's real mother. I totally buy this.
Her overbearing mother, I think we can say.
Oh, for sure.
Carrie still, though, as well.
Now you can see why he's the way he is.
Yeah, yes, but like her sister says later in the episode, she's got him in an Arrested Development.
I do also think that Charlie is either autistic or has Asperger's.
It's
I
possible,
don't
but I
like
don't see it.
labels.
Yeah, I don't.
He
Well, I'm
makes
just
eye
it
contact
is
with people. He's just kind of, he's an introvert. He's heavily
Mhm.
introverted. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't make
Yes.
miniatures himself.
Yeah,
You know,
sometimes
he
Oh,
seems
that would have
like
been
that
good.
kind of highly focused
Yeah.
person.
sometimes introversion doesn't come with autism. So yeah, I don't have autism.
But again,
Yeah.
if like there is, if it anyway, any number of psychological, the way people think that
Mm.
are delineated by people nowadays that could
Oh, well,
possibly
yeah.
sort of identify them as being on a spectrum, I would say that Charlie is on a spectrum.
They
Well,
can if they want
nowadays
to.
there's nobody that isn't have some sort of alphabet description for them.
Well,
or
tell me about it, man. I've been fired so much for my alphabets.
Well, what was that? No, not, I was about to say PTHD. I don't know what that is, but
Oh,
I don't know what
PT,
that is
PT.
either.
PTSD, and then
Oh, I know what
well,
that
that's
is.
a real thing, especially if
Mhm.
you've been to war. But what everything's I blanked on it. What is it? The attention deficit, ADHD.
ADHD, sure.
No, they can be real, but I think it's like everyone gets classified into that today.
Well, and
Mhm.
that opens up a door to an incredible conversation about modern day psychology and psychiatry, which I wasn't
Mhm.
trying to, but there is
But there
something
is a
about.
psychologist in this episode, so it's not off base.
Okay, that is true, and
Oh,
also there is a talk about that differentiation between, don't say normal. Some people like Lord of the
Oh.
Rings, and that's not necessarily the standard that you want to hold yourself to.
Because it's meaningless. Normal, in the popular sense, refers only to the behavior pattern of the majority. And that pattern is not necessarily good.
yeah, this guy, I like him at
I
least at
like him
that
too.
moment. At that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. Commodore Decker. Yeah, he does a good job right there.
Well, that's
William
William
Wyndham.
Wyndham.
Yes, thanks. Sorry, Tiger. You should.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love William Wyndham.
I know. He's William Wyndham.
But I like the character there too. It's like a psychologist or psychiatrist that
Mhm.
isn't really pushing, to get people in, and also kind of defending people that don't necessarily fit in. It's like, no, I mean, just because you don't fit in doesn't mean that you're, you have a serious problem if you're able
Well,
to
Yeah,
live
later
life.
in the
exactly,
episode, Charlie
exactly.
says they were
That's what
considering giving him electroshock. So,
Well,
kind
yeah,
of.
it's just at this moment. That's why I say at this moment, I
Yes.
like what the guy's saying, because it's like saying, well, the normal behavior isn't necessarily so healthy either.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. I love that. And I love that idea.
Conformity.
Yes. But Phantom Outsider says Alice was also the wife of Sidney Pollock, who was an Academy Award winning director. And they were married 50 years till he died in 2008. And just to remind us who Alice is, Alice should be on this list.
What a
course it would-
doll.
Of course, it would be where the comment is, so I have to take the comment off. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so Alice is the doll, Claire Griswold.
Hmm.
There you go.
No relation to Clark.
No, that's I thought of that too. Also, we've got a couple of chats here I want to check out.
Okay, I just got to go check on the building of the fence. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, cool. And it's not going to take that long.
Is
Jamie
this some
Lynn
sort
says,
of
"Yep."
euphemism? Because I don't
No,
remember him
no,
saying
there's a
anything
fence.
about
There's
building
a
a
fence.
fence
His-
up to
his
this
parents-
point. This is a total non sequitur.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I was like, well,
Am I supposed
I
to be
dro-
reading your mind? What is it? There's a fence that's being
yeah,
built?
I was like, I dropped off for a bit there. Maybe that's when he mentioned it.
Maybe I missed that too. Maybe is that one of the things I missed when he introduced himself today?
No, he didn't say anything about it
Okay.
today, but I
Good
know
to
about
know.
it. His parents are building a fence.
No,
so
and he's
gotta-
in charge.
he's
supposed to be
helping them.
supervising. He should really
Yeah,
be
he's
out
helping
there.
them.
He should
Well,
really be
no,
out there.
he did the prep work. Like he did a lot of work.
He dug the holes, post holes, post
Yeah, he
holer.
did all the and they cleared the rough the all the plants and stuff. And so, did they not like Alice that they trapped her in a museum piece? Well, she's actually a wooden doll in reality,
He's a
or at
block of
least
wood.
she's a block of wood according to everybody else who sees her.
And it was
HR.
taken from a newel post or something from the original house. I mean, it's kind of poignant. I didn't
right.
actually
From the
read the
balcony.
whole thing. Did she die untimely or something? Is
I don't
that
think
an
so.
element?
I don't think so. It didn't say that on the sign.
I guess
but
it
yes,
might not, though.
It came from the balcony. Yeah, they carved her from a piece of the balcony. I don't think she died. I don't know. It didn't say that. HR, we are all family until we aren't.
Oh boy, that's the truth.
Okay, where are we? Oh, and also, Jason Love says, Tiger Stripes, you're hired. Your knowledge would be a great help. And helpful. The whole redhead thing is cute and is just a bonus. Races to be hit.
Well, I'm just talking about, Snorter Poopus says she really gives a wooden performance. Ow.
Aw.
Dear me.
Poor Alice.
Yes.
Gavin says, the one time I was let go, I stood up and said, OMG, just spit it out. He prattled on for 5 minutes in corporate speak and said nothing, and everybody knew we were down the road. Oh, you were laid off in mass. It wasn't just you. Wow.
Oh yeah, layoff.
That's different than being fired.
Yeah, that's different.
And we're talking corporate speak while Scotty's away. There was once a group meeting of all the clerical in a building that I worked in, and the second in the department was there, and we had a meeting with the new head of the department, like a month before. And the guy's like, so, what can I do for you? What do you need? And he was very, laissez-faire about it. And I said, well, for starters, it would be nice if the head of the department didn't refer to all of us as dinosaurs. And the guy just shoots back, oh, he didn't say that. And like we had planned it, the entire room erupts. Oh, yes, he did. And it was very satisfying, I have to say.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow, when it's a big group thing like that.
Well, the group mind, yes, just sort of chimed in.
Snortapoopa says I was let go for eating the other workers. I'm a bear and I eat things.
That's very naughty.
Yes, but it is also natural. You hire a bear.
Well, that's true. Yeah, maybe. It's like a surreal sketch. Well, you knew he was a bear.
Yeah. Why'd you hire him? Snortapoopa nom points at enemies. Says Jason. Hey. And Alexandria is here. Hello.
Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Virginia.
Hey, chat. In the live and those watching in the future, please hit the like button to help this channel grow. Thanks so much. Oh, thanks, Spidey.
Yeah, things have slowed down this spring on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. They put the brakes on.
Yeah.
And let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other. I do have news, says Jason. Small and personal. I finally joined X. That is news.
Well,
that's big news.
Beware, because Twitter is a hellmouth.
Yes, agreed.
Just be careful. Be careful
but it
what
is
you click on.
It is a great place to post my
meetup.
links to my shows.
It's a good place to meet up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good for communication, bad for don't doom scroll.
Bad for your mental health.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, don't look at the feed too much.
Yes, if
Hello?
if there's a feed and it's blurred out, don't click on that S.
The real head case is here. Hello to the real head case. Wow. Okay. I guess it's tangentially related. Phantom Outsider says, in Marvel Comics, Avengers 185, both the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's souls are imprisoned by their adopted dad into carved wooden dolls. So this has happened before or after, depending on the timeline. Wow. You got here just in time, Scott.
Huzzah.
That jerky comment was
Aha.
from Fallout TV show. Oh, yeah, I love Fallout, but also, we've got to get back to the episode.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just nobody on Rumble, just checking over there. And so, and also just to pour salt in the wound, after firing him, he also starts giving him advice. Hey, I hear you're still living at your mom's house. So are you sure you should be still doing that? And but Charlie explains that he doesn't want to leave since his dad died and his mom's alone and all that.
Mm.
And his mom herself, she's offended that he got fired. And she's about to call in and give him what for. And so Charlie's like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. That always helps.
Yeah. And then his mom barges into his room and he doesn't flinch or say, get out of here. What are you doing in here? No, she does this every day. She fixes his bed for him and she takes off his shoes and he's like, don't take off my shoes.
Takes off his shoes.
Yeah, it's so weird. Even though he's been an adult for at least 15 years, she still somehow treats him like a child.
Yeah.
I don't even think a 15-year-old wants to be treated like that.
No, I don't take off my 15-year-old shoes.
Yeah.
In fact, if he won't tie his shoes and I'm getting down and tying it for him, he gets embarrassed. He's like, okay, I'll do it.
Then he better tie his shoes. That's right. That's what you get.
But anyway, yeah, that's a normal reaction. Of course, I let him do it. But you gotta let them do their own thing, especially when they're 30.
Well, and that's also something that she does say, and it's like, what's wrong? What's wrong, Charlie? Why can't you hold a job? And in the previous scene, it was like, you've been an exemplary employee for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe it's the societal norm or what have you, in terms of, all right, you get a job when you're 21 and then you stay with it for your life or what have you. And so maybe he's lost a couple of jobs, and so maybe that's what's going on. But I just thought it was just like 4 years.
Yeah, that's just for personal reasons too. No dereliction of duty, nothing like that.
Yeah, and Charlie says it's just a minor setback. I'll get another one. Apparently, and was it 4 years?
That's what they said. That's what the boss said. Yeah.
I believe I remember that too.
Okay, then I believe you. Then I believe you guys. So, but I guess he gets a new job every 4 years. I don't know. And she continues to be frustrated that he can't keep one. So it's just like he has a job, but he's not developing a career. Maybe that's it.
That was the juxtaposition.
I think it's a mama problem.
Yeah. And and she does say that he's free to go. Like she says, you are free to leave. But at the same time,
and then she also says, "Can you get my medicine for me?" In the same breath, practically.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't need you, but I'm dependent on you. There's a mixed message there.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. And because, and he didn't even mention having been late. So somehow she knows to ask about that, even though he didn't give her any details.
Well, I think that's a matter of direction in terms of, what do you mean you got fired? And so he probably said, "Oh, I got fired. I was late."
Because I didn't even like my mom barging into my room when I was a teenager. So it's just so, this is so weird to me. But of course she did if she knew I didn't do my homework or something. And so then, at least he has enough boundaries to get her to stop taking off his shoes. But then then she makes him cocoa, and he's happy, and he starts whistling.
See, and at this point, I do want to say that, like, I don't think I joined I was here for the conversations about the Twilight Zone before, when it was half an hour. and I had my criticisms, but I really do appreciate sort of the longer, I like the hour-long format just to be able to get to know these characters as they delve into the Twilight Zone. And so as they wander into it with their own foibles and characteristics, like I like that I get to learn more about Charlie throughout this teleplay.
Yeah, because it's an hour long, you actually do get more characterization, which they actually put to good use in this particular episode. Some episodes are dragged out, but in this case, it benefits from the hour.
You're supposed to do butterflies on the hard floor, not on the bed.
I feel like it's the acting that sustains this for an hour, because I do love all of the actors, and some particularly, but I think it could benefit from being cut. Just
It could
personally,
be.
it's not a lot of a story.
Maybe a little. Maybe instead of an hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, they don't have those options.
Maybe anyway.
On
They
television.
don't. No, Twilight Zone is better at a half hour in 20-minute episodes, but I know. It didn't drag for me is all I'm saying.
But again, I agree with
No.
Tiger in terms of this is held together by the performances, and so
Yeah, Pert Kelton, she's great as the mom. So that's her name. I didn't get that before. Her possessive mother. And Mark Scott says, speaking with a nasal voice that sounds like it's buzzing through a comb wrapped in wax paper.
Charlie.
I like it. I like that description. Oh, and Gavin says the hardest thing I ever did was leave home. Broke my mother's heart, and I knew it. You know, I did it. I did mine strangely because I had already went to Austin for an internship for the summer. And then I was just like, what if I just move with my boyfriend from here and not go back home? And then the rest is history. I ended up marrying that guy, and it's all good. But at that point, I don't know how it affected my mom because I wasn't there. I didn't get to see her heart be broken or anything. So
I came back from the first year of
went back home.
college for one summer, and then I was like, this is the last time I'm doing this.
I drove away when I finally left home, and I had to go back because I had forgotten something, and my mother was in tears sitting in the kitchen. So yes, I'm sure it is crushing when your kids leave home.
Oh, for sure. And as they spiral in and out of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
So, yes. So the next day we see him exit the employment agency. I guess he went to go put in his applications. And after this chore, of course, he goes back to the museum to revisit his dollhouse. And this guard is like, oh, okay, you're back again for the dollhouse. Okay, that's interesting. So he doesn't say that, but his face says that. But he can't find the young woman doll or the young woman. It turns out she was just upstairs getting ready. She comes down. She's getting ready for a date. And her housekeeper is helping her out.
Yeah, I guess that's where the plot was able to be extended and stuff, was just scenes of her story.
And then Snidely Whiplash shows up.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. In terms of the extension of it. And it's like, and also it gives you a little bit of sympathy for Charlie, and that he wants to, well, it starts with jealousy, and then it is this. See, yeah, this is the somewhat obsessive imbalance that I was talking about. Weird choice, but yeah, I think that when Snidely Whiplash shows up, and then he's like, "Oh no, I'm jealous of that man," and then later his jealousies are proven.
Proven right, because this right now she's going on a date with him. She thinks everything is good. And that's where the mini play is going. Alexandria says, I also think women were made to think all their worth is in child raising. Who are they when the children are gone? Well, and it is important to realize as a mother that you are more than you are a mother, and your children may be the most important thing to you, but that's not all of who you are. And so, yeah, popcorn, yummy popcorn. Yay! Thanks for the popcorn, Jason.
Cheers.
I really like this. I could have made this the thumbnail.
True.
It would be
The
confusing,
titles
right?
would have worked perfectly above. But here we go. We go the introduction of Barbara Barry as Myrna. This
one
is
of my very favorite actresses.
Please tell me about her.
She's still going. Well, she got the Academy Award nomination for playing the mother in Breaking Away, and that's in my top 20 films. If you haven't seen Breaking Away, you have to see Breaking Away. It's just wonderful. I think a lot of people know her from playing Barney Miller's wife, even though she did that sort of infrequently in the context of the show. But she was very memorable in that, and it was a big hit.
She's very good in this too. I like her as Charlie's sister. You said Myrna, and her husband is Buddy.
Buddy.
He's such
wonderful.
I like.
I had to look him up because his name was familiar, and I kind of was conflating his face with a different actor, and it turns out that he did a lot of voice work in cartoons. And so that's why I think I know him, because I probably recognize his voice.
So they're over at their mom's house, specifically to talk to Charlie, because they've got an offer for him because, there's a opening at Buddy's work, and Charlie is invited to be an employee at that work. So they think they're doing a good thing for him, but he's like, no, that's too far away. And they're like, oh, I'll give you a ride. But he rejects it. He rejects the offer. And so he's not interested. He refuses the job, and he's gonna get a better one, he says. But instead of going out to go look for a job, where does he go instead? Oh, I like her glasses too. They're cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just gotta go through Well, and also I would like to give big ups to the performance at breakfast. Is that, from what I understand, eating on screen is terrible. It is one of the worst things you can possibly do. And there are moments in this where Charlie is drinking cocoa, or people are having beverages from teacups. This is the only time, and I was like, oh no, he's just going to take a wee sip of milk. And it's like he pounds that milk, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope that was the only take.
Well, a lot of times when an actor or actress eats, they like spit it out after.
Yeah, you fake it. Or they don't really take a bite.
I think this is real. I think he really drank this milk.
Yeah. That's what I'm positing. I was just like, way to go, Robert Duvall. You're an excellent actor. Why is that, Scott? Because he drank milk.
Yeah. Yeah, he's serious about his milk intake.
Exactly.
Does it get me energy? I can go.
Under those lights, you get a little bloated.
Anyway, he heads back to the dollhouse to see this little woman. And this is where he starts talking to her, even though he knows she cannot hear him. He starts talking to Alice, saying that you're the same age as my sister. That's kind of weird, but so obviously he's using this as an escape from reality. So he's not out looking for a job. He's talking to Alice, and as he's explaining stuff, talking about his family, the guard walks up to him and he says, "You're behaving kind of strangely." But Charlie says, "Hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not breaking any rules. Leave me alone." So,
but he's always so polite.
Yeah. The guard is nice.
And I mean Charlie as well.
It's a very polite interaction. And it's also nice to see Charlie standing up for himself in this moment.
True.
And as we do see later, there is somewhat of I don't know how to call it, but it is Charlie's okay with the guard, and the guard is like, he's an odd duck, but he's also like, I guess he's not doing anything wrong until he actually does something wrong.
Right.
Mm.
Well, in this case, his sister is going to stalk him and back to find out what he's been doing with his time, to find out that he's at the museum. She doesn't really discover that he's so obsessed with the dollhouse. She's just trying to get him away. And
You need a girl.
Takes him to a coffee shop to tell him he needs a girl. Yeah. Oh,
A
but
tall girl.
I do like this with Alice doing the needlework here. She's always doing some kind of hobby, playing the piano, doing needlework, reading, all this interesting things.
Victorian ladies were supposed to be accomplished.
Well, but also let's not forget the doll of Alice was built from the balcony of the original home, which the dollhouse is based upon. So maybe it is a possibility that the dollhouse is haunted because it has the essence, the spirit of one of the original residents.
I didn't consider that. That's an interesting idea.
Oh, it's just, Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
Make
totally,
it
dude.
mysterious what Twilight Zone means in every episode. It's just a mystery. So
Yes, it's a mystery, so I don't mind Scotty imagining what the mystery means.
oh yeah, that's why it's there
Mm-hmm.
to imagine.
Yes.
That's why they don't feed it to you. They don't feed you an explanation. They want you to dream.
Exactly. They definitely don't explain this one, but it's beautiful anyway.
Rod does at the end. He gives you a little bon.
Sort of. He sort of. What I mean is what you explained. They don't say, "Oh, she's really dead, and this is her spirit embodying the doll," or all that stuff. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Mm.
So Charlie claims he goes to the museum.
Hang on, just 1 second. I just want to say, in 1990s, The Adventures of Ronald McDonald, McTreasure Island, Lenny Weinrib, who plays Buddy, was the voice of the Grimace. I know that brought everything to a grinding halt.
Wow.
Fantastic.
No, that's amazing.
But
Because
anytime I see the
episode, I was
Grimace
just
in a
thinking,
filmography, I'm just like, we got to shout this out. The guy was the
Buddy.
Grimace.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense because he's such a goofball in this episode, and so I like him a lot, and it makes sense he's Grimace. That works for me. But anyway, so his sister hooks Charlie up with her coworker, Harriet, who's one of the most patient women in the world.
Well, I mean, and the way it seems, it's like this Harriet was just sitting at home waiting for this offer to be made. It's almost like she
the sister set her up. It's very awkward. It couldn't be more awkward.
Yeah, because the way the thing ended, it's like, I know she's home right now, and she'd probably love to meet you.
I think it's, I don't know.
Maybe she's had a crush on Charlie.
It was a setup. It was bad.
This is a setup.
This is totally a setup.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a setup. I'm not saying it's not a setup, but she's really going for it. She's really trying to make the moves on Charlie, and Charlie is not wanting it.
Right. But this is why I'm curious. There are a couple of things that lead me to my nefarious thoughts in regards to this. Is why does Harriet have a business card that is passed over with her home address to Charlie? And then why is it when they go on the date, it's just all immediately, it's like,
when
and I'm paraphrasing.
When did she slip him a card? I didn't see that happen.
At coffee in the Italian cafe.
It wasn't unusual in the Victorian era for there to be such a thing as a carte de visite. So you would have a little calling card with your name on it and your address that you would
but this is 1963
on the table. I think it kind of carries through. There's still ladies who have little calling cards.
I think Harriet is easy, and because she does pounce on Charlie, and I think that Myrna is attempting to cure them both.
Don't say easy. Say desperate.
I don't think she's desperate. I think she has
Oh,
a
I
lot of
do.
gentleman callers, and I think
No,
that
no,
I think that
she's-
Myrna
she
is under the
Well,
like no one
she's
has a nefarious. I have nefarious
draping
thoughts.
herself
They don't
on
have
him.
nefarious
yeah,
intentions.
I think it's like at that time period, the whole spinster age was low in number value. So
I just think that they get a little intimate, a little quick, and then it's
Yes,
no,
it is way
it's
too quick.
cringy. No,
Even
it's very uncomfortable to watch.
yeah,
she's
even
forward.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie says, "I don't even know you. We can't kiss
Yeah.
yet," and she goes in for
yeah,
it anyway.
All right, how about you pet my hen?
Like,
What?
you know, if the roles were reversed, we consider that kind of assault.
that must have been
Yeah,
a real
but-
preparation talk from the sister.
And it was, and so anyway,
Possibly.
I understand.
Hopefully not, but I think this is kind of picked up. We have somebody who needs somebody and somebody who needs somebody, and I'll just stick
Yeah.
them together.
Right.
But it's still hard. It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. It's very unnatural. It's not happening because there were actually any feelings or actual any kind of spark or anything. You see Charlie
Yeah.
light up when he's talking to Alice, and that's in sharp contrast to
Right,
just
right.
talking to this lady that obviously he doesn't have anything in common with, or he doesn't want to talk
No.
to her for some reason. I don't know why, but
Well,
that just doesn't work out naturally.
He's an introvert, and he's also in kind of like a fantasy world right now.
Yeah.
So nothing will do except for the fantasy.
Except for Alice, I would like to believe that there would be somebody who could talk
Well,
to her.
maybe, but
If-
there's got to be a little magic there. This whole set up arranged date thing is not it. That's
Yeah, it's not organic, definitely.
But also, like, if you do think of the character of Charlie, like one of the things that he doesn't like, and he does express this to Alice, and he says, you know, the world is full of people, and people bring hardship and loneliness, and he's very much against that, and obviously, in terms of himself becoming hurt. But he is happy interacting with Alice because Alice doesn't even acknowledge Charlie until the very, very end, at which point Charlie's just watching TV. And
Right.
so
Right, because behind the glass, none of the
real
events that are happening.
exists. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not, the worlds are not connected. The two worlds are separated, definitely. But anyway, Harriet tries to be friendly with him. He won't talk to her. She forces a kiss. He throws her to the ground, as you do when you're being forced into a situation you don't want to be in. And then she slaps him, and the
He
date's over.
throws her to the ground.
Yeah,
he just
he
stands
gave a
up
Wait,
push,
pushes her.
and she slides off the bench.
yes.
I had to
Okay,
rewatch that twice.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I'm not saying he's being violent on purpose. It's just that he's being forced into a kiss that he doesn't want.
right.
And I'm not saying he's in the wrong at all. He's not.
Yeah,
He's not.
well,
That's a natural
yeah. When I
reaction.
heard throws her to the ground, no, I saw it, and I mean, yeah, it was a little odd, but I picture a body slam when you said that.
Well, but I was thinking, sitting on the bench, she moves in for a kiss. He reels back, as in, like, I don't know what we're doing.
No,
And
she
then-
doesn't
Yeah.
move in for a kiss. She comes
She
at him.
plants one.
She pounces.
Yeah. And
And
she's also
so-
draped over him before then. She's kind of entwined around him.
Sure.
So she's putting the press on.
And so I think that he sort of
Full court
recoils
press.
in I don't want this in a matter of consent and sort of somewhat shuffles away and stands up a little bit. She falls off of the park bench.
So
And
he stands before she falls.
yeah, that's what I checked.
That's
and you
not
know
what
what?
I saw, but
we
I
can
only
check
watched
the
it
tape.
once. We
Well,
can
even
check-
before he
NFL,
pushed-
TSN turning
because
point.
if he stands, then that's just her unbalancing the bench like a teeter-totter because she's on the edge, and so she just slides off and falls on her keister.
I think he does one like these. He does like
I
a
think
what?
he kind of pushes.
There
I
is a
thought, I
push.
thought he
There
actually
is
he
push.
pushes with the
There-
flats of his hands.
But he's being forced to push because he's
Yeah.
On her
not.
bosom.
She's coming at him.
Yeah, she's
Nobody wants that.
Ladies
no.
and gentlemen of the jury, I
Let's look at the tape again, Your Honor.
We had CCTV in the park that day.
But even before he has to push her, he's making all the body language that he doesn't want to be in the situation. He's already moving his face away from her and all of that. So
Oh, he said everything too. He's saying it out loud. He's
he says it out loud too.
well spoken that way.
He's getting
it.
better. His
love is making him a better man.
We're seeing him grow up right in real time, almost. And he apologizes as she hits the ground, and she slaps him, and the date's over. And you tell your sister, you don't need a girl, you need a doctor.
Which he takes very literally and finds himself a doctor.
Yeah, and more foreshadowing, yeah. And so he goes back to the dolly, tells her about the bad date. And speaking of bad dates, she's having one herself. She had a bad date herself. And the man is coming back. She's reading, and the man's coming back.
That's a bad date?
Well,
that's a masher who shows up drunk, beats the shit out of the help, and then comes in and
saying, Scott, you're not paying attention to me. The bad date happened before. They went on a
good
date.
Call.
She went on a date.
They did go on a date.
And she was willing then. And now he's barging in, and he's not welcome. Therefore, you have to assume the date did not go well.
Well, yeah, assault with a weapon. That's not a good date.
She's talking about the actual date. This is like the reaction to the date.
Scott, I'm talking about before the assault, before she.
Oh, my mistake.
Before he knocks the housekeeper
he puts
to the ground.
her stole around her shoulders and escorts her out, and they're clearly going to the theater or something.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying that date was bad.
Yeah, they're kind of juxtaposing the two dates there, like, and it's kind of cool because both of them get a little physical.
Yeah, well, and here he's extremely violent because, as Scotty's mentioning, he uses his cane.
But he didn't throw her to the floor.
Well, he does throw the housekeeper to
I know, the floor. I'm kidding.
Well, no, now we're talking about the miniature, the Snidely Whiplash returning and carrying her up the stairs. And I'm always impressed as hell. Every time I see somebody pick up somebody else in a film, the catchphrase here in the house is, look at him go. That is not an easy thing to do, to deadlift a human body and pick it up and carry it, much less carry it upstairs. Really hard to do.
Every time I want to do, I want to see a naked gun. I'll carry you up the stairs, and then on every railing post, it's like bonk, 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 bonk.
So he carries her up the stairs to the bedroom, and this is too much for Charlie. Charlie's done. He's breaking the rules now because he's trying to break apart the dollhouse to save Alice.
With some sort of Egyptian antiquity, or Victorian antiquity, he picks something up, a candlestick or something, to smash.
Probably the
glass.
World Cup or something.
It was no, it was candles.
What's it?
It was candles. And
there it is.
Kind of funny.
You can see it. It's like a statue.
That would have been
Where is it? I
cool
can't
if
see
it
it.
was it.
Maybe it is an Egyptian antiquity then, because the Victorians were into that.
Okay, I'll show it in a second. Hold on. Here, let's see it. Let's see all the things we were just talking about.
Yeah, I don't play with the that.
Oh.
Scotty don't play that.
So there's the attack.
This is like very much from the melodrammers.
It's
really
like
great. A mummy. It's like a mummy attack.
It is kind of like a mummy attack, but it's like a silent film too, of course.
Yeah.
And there he is. He's about to smash the glass, and he does with this statue.
In case of emergency.
Okay.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh,
in
goodness,
case of emergency, break the glass.
Okay. It looks like Old Man Bird wants me to pay attention to the chat again. He just tipped $20.
$20?
Thank you so much.
Holla, holla.
Old Man Bird. I thank you for that tip. Let's see, what should I play for Old Man Bird? I don't know. Nobody ever sees this anymore because we're not doing Midnight Continuum
Do you
Yeah.
have any bird calls?
Bird calls. Oh, you know what? I should have that bird call from that James Bond movie, the double take pigeon.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
I was
That would be
thinking
funny.
from the movie Evolution. Caw, caw, tookie, tookie, tookie. I think we've established that caw, tookie, tookie does not work. That's a great clip. You should see Evolution, Jill. It's great.
I have seen Evolution.
Tuki Tuki is like also a Georgia the Jungleism.
Is it? Okay, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Well, I don't have that either.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
As your body grows bigger,
your mind must flower.
it's great to learn.
'Cause knowledge is power.
Thanks to you, we are all free.
But your adventures are just beginning, for you are no ordinary gerbil, Lemmywinks. You are the Gerbil King.
Old man Gerbil King. That was for you.
Yeah, that was for
Oh, my
you,
God.
old man bird. I love that. No, I was so happy learning that that came from the actual Hobbit cartoons with Rankin Bass, the song Lemmywinks. Anyway,
I just like
Bilbo
Lemmywinks.
Bilbo Baggins, King
of the Wild Frontier.
Yeah.
oh yeah. And so glad you're all here to talk about stuff today. Canadian Spider-Man hasn't left yet for Alberta since I've been roofing and need to go sailing one more time before I leave tomorrow. Hope your day is going well. Oh,
Yours as well, sir.
nice. Yeah, you
Roofing
gotta,
and sailing.
That's good too.
Continued success.
Mhm.
Come sail away. Come sail,
Come sail
away.
away.
Ooh.
Come sail away with me.
Well, Old Man Bird's gonna send a super chat for Canadian Spider-Man. That's good for his for Alberta and for his studies and certification. That's very good. So I always felt sorry for the actors in the Blue Blood series and those long family dinner scenes. How many times can you butter that roll?
Yeah. Oh, I always hear about like in Mad Men how everybody's drinking all the time and everyone's smoking all the time, and so has to do with ingestion, but it's like herbal cigarettes which suck, and then
they're so much worse for you.
And then also like the guy who plays Roger Sterling, John Slattery, he's like John Hamm had it so easy. He was drinking rye all the time. So it was just apple juice with a cherry in it. But then I had to drink water with an onion. It's like, it's terrible.
To get you to cry.
Sure. Like a martini.
Well, no, the cocktail onion, because it was a gimlet.
Oh.
I've never had any liquor with the onion.
I don't think you put an onion in a gimlet, but a martini, sure. I could be wrong.
Well, Scotty
I'll
was a
have an
bartender.
onion martini, please.
That's true. I
Come
thought
on,
gimlets
Tiger
were
Stripes.
sweet.
Trust the alcoholic.
I thought gimlets were sweet because I think I've ordered a gimlet in my day.
Sweet onions. That's a thing.
Gross.
I don't know. This is the first time I've heard of a gimlet.
Dude, I recommend looking it up, and it's up to you as to whether or not you want to drink straight alcohol with an onion in it.
Old Man Bird says, I don't understand why any woman would want to kiss a man, but more power to them. Well, no, kissing is nice, but
Some guys are good kissers.
Yeah, it's got to be reciprocal, though. And Phantom Outsider says, if Harriet came at Snortopoopas like that, it'd scare Snort. He'd think she was trying to eat him.
I've been told I'm an okay kisser.
Oh, Jamie's playing the new Donkey Kong game. Wow.
Right. There's a new Donkey Kong?
Yeah, it's on the Switch too. Called Bonanza Donkey
There's
Kong
a Switch 2?
Yeah, and you can play Fallout 4 on it.
There's an Xbox 360?
Wow.
There's an Atari 2600?
There's a Game Boy Advance?
What? I thought technology peaked at the original Game Boy.
Sorry, I'm seeing what we missed, and
Yes.
I'm almost there. This is all really great stuff. Sala knows about bad dates. Who's Sala?
I asked the chat.
Oh,
to
Sala
share
from
their-
Indiana Jones and the Raiders.
Bad
Yeah.
dates.
That was
okay.
Right after the monkey dies, I think.
Oh, poor monkey. Although he was a
Bad
Nazi
dates.
monkey.
Yeah, but I mean, he was forced to be a Nazi monkey. I blame the Nazis for him being a Nazi.
What if he was just a really anti-Semitic monkey?
It's just monkey see, monkey do. He's just doing what he's seen.
Isn't that Germany in the 30s, though?
And Italy and so
And
many
Italy
other countries. I think you were
I
required.
know.
I miss Chuck Woolery.
2 and 2, buddy. 2 and 2.
How did Chuck Woolery come into this?
No idea.
I don't know.
but I'm sure
I don't
it's
know.
my fault.
I don't know.
Dating. We're talking dates.
Yeah, I was asking the chat to share their cringy dates.
It's like the bad
stories.
dates. Yeah, the two of
so
you
it's
were
your
going at it about dates.
And sometimes if it's a good date, you get to go at it.
That would be the third date.
Oh, I like how there was a qualification. Understood. Say no more,
Always
say
a
no more.
qualification.
The evil doll takes the doll up the stairs. Chuck Woolery will be back in 2 and 2. That's fantastic, I know.
See, you can't mix the dolls and Chuck Woolery, or else I'm going to start thinking that Chucky's going to show up and take Alice away.
Tiger and Jill, I saw David Crockett's knife and buckskin jacket.
Yeah.
I believe we did. Yeah.
We saw it all together, yeah.
It was in the basement.
There's no basement in the Alamo.
Yeah.
No basement.
No, but they did have the bike.
Yes, you did say that.
Mhm.
They had an exercise bike.
They had a
Pee-wee's
Peloton.
bike.
Yeah.
And yeah. So now we're ready. Gimlet is gin and lime juice. Thank you, Snorty. I had no idea what that was.
I
Thanks,
think maybe
Poopas.
lime syrup. There's something in there that's sweet in a good gimlet. Come on, Scotty. You're supposed to be the bartender.
You could.
Yeah, but
pickle
dude, by the time I
onions.
get it, I drink it, it's gone.
So anyway, now
It's not
now we're
about
back.
flavor, it's about effect.
But we're talking about the making, not the drinking.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot that I did have in a
I thought
position
you were
of,
supposed to be the expert here.
wow.
Well, it's been a while.
Let's see.
So Charlie has broken the glass protecting the dollhouse, and he's trying to explain to the guard and the assault that was about to take place, that he was just trying to save Alice. The
he's
guard's
like,
like, yes,
Sorry, Charlie.
I understand, Charlie. Like, he's treating him like he's nuts.
But he's treating him very kindly.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
He
very
does-
kindly, like
yeah.
he's crazy.
Oh, not a gimlet, a Gibson.
Of course,
Yeah,
yes, I
a
agree with
Gibson.
you completely.
That's more like it.
Sorry, I got my G's.
That's what you want an onion in.
Oh.
It's the way you would want to treat someone who is either crazy or drunk. It's like, yes, absolutely.
Well, especially
Totally
somebody
agree with you.
holding what could potentially become a weapon in their hand.
Yeah, the blood.
And in a antiquities exhibit. You don't want to get into a knockdown, drag out Batman brawl.
Right. You might destroy more than just the glass on the display case.
Right.
And so, gosh, anyway, I've never destroyed any museum pieces. So, yeah, my similarity to Charlie ended a while back. So I also, but I do relate to him a little bit. And, yeah. With the
Well, if
Well,
you
I mean,
saw that,
There's a point, I think, when we all hit adolescence where our imaginary boyfriends and girlfriends are very real in our minds for, a hot summer there.
Wow, that's like the
Yes.
teenage version of imaginary friends. It's like fantasies that don't exist in our mind.
yeah, I remember the Paul Simon lyrics. It's like when I get having all my ex-girlfriends in one room, they never matched my sweet imagination. Everything's so much more real in black and white.
That's a song.
Mama,
He's
don't
very
take
Paul
my
Simon.
Kodachrome away.
Yeah, I know I didn't get it exactly right, but I always thought that was great lyrics because, yes, we do imagine love and put people on pedestals and kind of make it into a fantasy. And then when the reality comes, it's like, this is a little different.
Mhm.
And
Reality's messier.
He ended up pushing Harriet off of a park bench.
Yeah, I mean, he eventually
He
finds
didn't
out that
push, she
Alice
just
has.
slipped. And I think there was like a
Anyway.
teeter-totter. The
Okay.
bench tipped. If he stood up
Am
like
I
you
gonna have
said.
to bring up
That's
the
not what
tape?
I saw, but
If
that makes sense.
If I wasn't having such trouble with copyright claims and things, I
Well,
would pick it up,
Jill's witness testimony did say he threw her to the floor.
Pushing is more accurate. I was just being dramatic. You know, this is YouTube. You gotta be dramatic.
Charlie gives Harriet a suplex. She goes down, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so now for this crime, he's not being taken to prison or anything. He's been taken straight to the psychiatrist to deal with these hallucinations that he's been having. But
This is actually the director's cut of A Night in the Museum.
So we've got from the Doomsday Machine, we've got our Star Trek actor here.
William Wyndham.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful William Wyndham.
Also from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Was he?
Yeah.
Got to see that someday.
I saw it when I was a kid, so I don't remember any of the actors really.
I don't know if I've ever seen it or not, so I don't think I have.
But also William Wyndham has been in previous Twilight Zones. Obviously, he was Commodore Decker.
My World and Welcome to It.
Many.
One season wonder. 1 or 2 seasons. 1, I think. On NBC back in the 60s. Based on the short stories of James Thurber. A lot of wonderful animation in it.
I like how he was sort of a character actor on many of the sort of Macmillan and Wife, McLeod, Columbo. He was always there, and he had obviously attempted. At that point in his career, his metabolism had slowed. Oh wait, we got to go back. We got to go back to the doll in the hand.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
worth
That's
two
right.
in the
No, but I
woods
didn't
if-
want you to
if-
stop
yeah.
talking about William if you weren't finished. Were you
No,
finished
I
with,
do appreciate William Wyndham when
I
he
do
does
too.
show up, but he is by far my favorite bad Starfleet official.
Me too. Well,
Oh yeah,
he was
no, when
not
he loses
bad.
it in that episode, he just
Yeah.
gives gravitas and credibility to the entire episode.
And it makes me so sad because Kirk is like, "Come on, Matt,
We need
and
you.
we need you," and the pleading, and so it is sort of a great like degeneration into madness, and it is heartbreaking as well as scary and compelling, and so he does a great job, and I do appreciate William Wyndham very, very much. But again,
Yeah.
Matt Decker, what an asshole.
Well, no, but I don't think he's bad. I think he just, like you said, he
lost his
deteriorated
mind.
mentally from
Yeah,
having
yeah,
lost
he's-
his entire freaking crew.
Right.
on his own decision. So no, he's very mentally unstable.
He feels,
But that's
yeah,
like-
he's definitely guilt.
I give
That's
him an
like
asshole
Finney.
pass for that. That's not being an asshole.
No.
That's being out of your mind.
It was
Yes,
a Starfleet.
exactly, Tiger.
It was an omission in Starfleet psychological assessments because I think that Finney would have turned into Decker eventually. His mind would have cracked, as opposed to someone like our intrepid James Kirk, who held it
think if,
together mostly.
Yeah. How many times did Captain Kirk lose his entire crew? And
Lose the entire crew? Never.
never. Yeah.
Almost
exactly.
lost
That's what I'm saying.
himself.
There's
I was going to say obsession, like with the cloud.
yeah, that's
but-
true. He might have felt like it. Anyway.
Oh, I just
but
rewatched the bench scene. He doesn't push her at all.
obviously
He just kind of lets her go, and she just tumbles backward because she's sort of unbalanced. She's right on the edge of that bench. He doesn't. It's
He doesn't
not him.
push her
He
at
does not
all?
throw her.
It felt
No,
like
he
a
doesn't
push.
push her at all.
Wow.
She's
Okay,
kind of
Scotty was
counting on
right.
him to hold on or something, and he just sort of pulls back, and she goes tumbling.
Is that why they call it love handles?
It's not on him.
Okay, well done, Scotty. You're correct.
Well, I think it was a communal effort. I think we all came.
But he
in.
doesn't stand up. He's still on the bench, sitting there
Yeah.
when she takes her fall.
He's kind of startled,
And
and then he gets
He
hit.
wouldn't be. Anyway, I just feel like
obviously-
defending this character. My heart goes out to him.
Me too. I love Charlie. No, and obviously, Captain Kirk is more well put together than William Decker. I didn't know him before he went crazy.
Matt Decker.
Matt
Willard
Decker.
Decker is
Oh
his
wait.
son.
Oh, his son. Oops. But oh man, I think it's unfair to compare anybody to Captain Kirk because that's the gold standard. So anyway, if Matt Decker did live, he would have to get a psych evaluation and take a break from Starfleet for a while. If not indefinitely.
Sabbatical.
Yeah. So, but anyway, he's really great in this as the psychologist.
Yes.
And I really enjoy how he deals with Charlie. And he's saying, what you saw, you didn't really see it. I know you're insisting that it's real, but if it were real, other people would have seen it too, right? But Charlie says that he's the only one who saw it because maybe I was the only one who was looking. And that's an interesting idea. But the museum also says that the housekeeper doll and the Snidely Whiplash doll, which is not his official name, he didn't get a name in this episode, are not actual dolls. There's only one doll, and it's only Alice. And he happens to have Alice here predicting that Charlie wanted to see her because he was worried about her and everything. And so he pulls her out, and as you saw before, which we'll show again here, we get to see a superimposed image of a photo of Alice in Charlie's hand. And there it is. That's interesting. That's the doll. And she's just sitting there. And she is playing piano, so that is her action. That is the first action that he sees her do. Even though she does so many other hobbies that he imagines or that she is actually doing. And so for the first time, Charlie sees her the way the rest of the world sees her, or not, or yeah, in terms of her actually being still and not moving. And even when faced with this perceived reality, Charlie wants to keep her, and he holds up the doll. And as Scotty said earlier, he cries. Why is everybody muted? That's weird. Everybody muted? What's going on?
I mute when the planes go over. That's it.
Oh.
I would have loved to have gotten a better look at that doll, but
okay.
I think there's a reason they were sort of hiding it because it wasn't legitimate.
Yeah, it's not a real doll. Yeah, obviously, it's just a picture.
No, I don't even mean that one. I mean when he has the real doll. I suspect it's a modern
the real
doll.
Yeah, that's just a random doll.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I would have loved to have gotten a better look at her.
Yeah, if you saw her face, it wouldn't look like this.
Right.
So I guess all the guys just left for this particular scene. I guess I'll be back at some point. I'm glad you're talking to me because I would have thought there were technical difficulties.
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay. So yeah. So then he does have those tears.
I'm sorry, Jill.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like
it's like once I'm there, I can't. I wasn't in the room. Let's just put it that way. And so I couldn't respond to you. But I did say in the private chat, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part. Yeah, so did Scotty. Okay. I should read that private chat more often.
Yeah, no, I always miss it when I'm streaming because I'm too busy doing other things.
Exactly. That's what happened to me. And then everybody went quiet and I was like, what happened here?
Yeah, but I was there listening to you say that. It's like, I'm not in the same room right now.
Yeah. So he has some really strong feelings for Alice. Of course, having these tears here with her crying, embracing her. And it's at this point that I have another bit from Mark Scott's book. I don't remember the genesis of the story, says Herbert Hirschman. I remember reading a story once in some anthology of God reaching down and grabbing someone, and that image of a real person in a gigantic hand might have been part of the concept, and it was fun to make it work. And of course, that is that scene. And the doc.
They had some scenes like that in the Twilight Zone. What was that one episode we did a year ago? The two space explorers They
Yeah, right.
find a
Right.
civilization of little people.
Yeah, and then giants came and
Hmm.
picked up the crazed maniac who thought he was the god of the mini people,
Yeah.
and they accidentally crush him. And
Hmm.
they're like, "Oh, well," and they toss him down like he was a bug or something. It's really how that ends.
Oops.
YouTube is strange. Yeah. Yeah, people are strange. Anyway. Anyway, Charlie does give the doll back, although he doesn't want to, but he does. And the doctor wants to figure out why Charlie sees these visions to be able to figure out how to stop them. And so we know that he's stuck in the hospital for a while. I don't know if it's days or weeks or months. I don't really know how long it took for Charlie to be healed as far as the psychiatrist was concerned. But we cut to later after that supposed healing with the family coming to pick up Charlie. And his mom says, "Is he normal?" And the doctor says they do not use that word because of, that clip that I showed you guys earlier. I'm gonna play it
Yeah.
again.
Because it's meaningless. Normal in the popular sense refers only to the behavior pattern of the majority. And that pattern is not necessarily good.
Yep.
Right. Right. And he also says if 99% of the people in the country were to go to bed with socks on, let's say,
Hmm.
then going to bed with one socks on would be the normal thing to do.
Of
And then
course, Buddy has
yes,
to
go
be
on.
that guy. Buddy
Yeah.
has to be that guy that wears socks to bed.
Yeah, he says, "I go to bed with socks on all the time." It's just like, I don't know if he's eager to be normal or what, why he
No, he
comes out
he
with
was
that.
pointing out his abnormality, I guess. But no, it's not really. It really doesn't matter. I mean,
I'm not sure. Now I'm trying to psychoanalyze Buddy, but he's
no,
just
I
he's
I
just a normal
personally
goofball.
need to take
He's
socks
cool.
off, but it doesn't mean that anybody's
Yeah,
abnormal because they wear socks. That's fine.
exactly. Like some people get cold.
Yeah.
So the doctor's saying, what I'm trying to say is don't judge Charlie's emotional health by the degree to which he conforms to other people's standards. So I like that too. That's a very good point. Don't expect him to, well, be like other people. And his sister asks, "Oh, then you don't think he's sick?" And the doctor says, "Not now. When he came here, the constant pressure of trying to be something he wasn't, of trying to act and feel and think the way you wanted him to instead of the way he wanted to. Well, these things contributed to a serious breakdown. You see? Well, Charlie was unable to cope with this world, so his mind created another world. So that's the escapism." And so the doctor continues, "Of course, he knew it was false and he destroyed it. And that was the first step. He started back down on the road to mental health." So actually, I see this as the doctor saying that him destroying the museum exhibit glass was actually a healthy thing. So I think maybe that's why he got out of it from being in trouble with the law enforcement. And I'm just trying to figure out here why he didn't get in trouble in that way. Because the doctor said it was a good thing if he was
Yeah, maybe.
destroying his,
Yeah, typically in TV shows, wherever there's a mental thing called into question, the psychiatrist wields great power.
Oh,
over.
this
True,
is
true.
actually very true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can
that is
put you
what I
away.
think.
Oh yeah,
That's
but in this
because they're
case,
they're a medical doctor.
And
but
going
in
back
this,
to
but in
Buddy,
this
what did
case,
Buddy say?
it's great power as far as the community is concerned because he's basically able to get the museum. Well, we're assuming this. He's
Yeah, we
able to
are.
get the
We're adding.
museum to not press charges for the vandalism.
Mhm, exactly. And then he says, "That's an interesting habit you have, the knuckle cracking that Buddy's doing." The-
Yeah, it's a hoot.
It is. That's
You
funny.
knuckle cracking sock wearing.
We're building a case again for Buddy's next psychology appointment.
Yeah, Buddy is like the poster child for normal behavior from the average American.
His normal goofy husband. Mm. So anyway, Charlie's been sleeping better now. Actually, he does seem a lot more confident. And I know part of this is the facade to make everybody believe that he believes that everything's fine now, and he never actually saw the doll moving. That was he accepts it now as a he's saying he accepts it now as a hallucination that never existed. But he's lying. He's a liar, lying pants.
He's putting one over.
Yes, his artificial smile throughout this whole sequence is really disturbing.
It is, but at the same time, I think he did learn something while he was in the hospital in terms of being more confident. And
yes, he learned how to feign normality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he learned how to pretend to be normal, but also he learned how to stick up for what he wants. Like he builds confidence slowly over the course of the episode, and he is most confident now. And Charlie claims, "Oh, you know what? I'll get a job. Everything's going to go back to normal." And oh, hey, okay. And also her sister says, "Oh, Harriet is willing to forgive you, Charlie," or essentially. And his mom's working on the bed. He says he's okay. But as soon as she leaves, he has a key. And he locks the door so he can escape. And here's Harriet in her new dress, $20 dress. $20. And today's money is, of course, $200.
216.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Precise. I typed it in.
No, it was actually on IMDb trivia.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
What? We do top research around here.
No, I mean, it's like IMDb. It's like, when was that written?
Well, and I'm sure it's close enough.
Because actually the past 10 years or so, prices have changed dramatically.
Well, no, and just to...
Well, maybe 220.
To go with that, it was there is a piece of IMDb trivia where it's Robert Duvall and Barbara Barry were at the time of writing were both 94 in 2025, and I was like, that's out of date.
Well, actually, the trivia on IMDb for that says $216 in the year 2026.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so he locked the door, obviously, so his mom and brother-in-law can't get in. So Buddy, being a bear of a man, smashes into the door to open it.
Not before he sort of eyes up Harriet.
Oh, and he does the knuckle thing,
right.
which is such a riot.
It is. Oh, yeah, that was funny. And he whistles at Harriet also. Anyway, Buddy is funny for just being a side character. And they're all looking for Charlie. Where's Charlie? And of course, his sister, being a smart lady, believes he's at the museum, but they say he's not there. So she calls the psychiatrist. So we get to
the
see.
museum's supposed to be closed.
Yeah. This museum is closed, but he went during normal hours and hid in this sarcophagus.
As one does.
Yeah, totally normal thing to do. Yep.
Oh, the Egyptology room is right next to the Victorian room. Makes sense.
It's true. It does make sense. It made for a fun scene too, because this thing is closed, and then you just think,
I think it was an empty sarcophagus.
It's quite eerie. Well, sure.
Yeah. Well,
good thing it wasn't an Iron Maiden, or the episode would have been a lot bloodier.
We're hoping he didn't displace a mummy. So there he is. He's very pleased with himself.
Are we supposed to be seeing it right now?
Yeah, we should be seeing it. We should be seeing it right now.
I know
right.
you like. No, I don't know when. They're supposed to be small, big. Invisible.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows but me, and I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, let's watch that the hunt again.
I love that they do have that sort of rule of three where it's like, Charlie, Charlie. And then Buddy's there and he's like, Charlie.
Yeah, it's nice and soft. It's good. It's not hollering.
Yeah.
So there it is. There's a sarcophagus and there's
Charlie.
Charlie. So he turns on the lights to the dollhouse and starts talking to Alice again.
Now, is this the point where she grasps her head? Like, maybe she can hear him?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's interesting. She is forlorn in this particular interaction.
Yeah, she's really sad and lonely. Like, oh goodness, I almost dropped my microphone. He tells Alice that he's only pretended that the doctors were right, so he could break out and go back to her. And it professes his love. He confesses his love to her, even though he knows she can't hear him. And I like the idea, though, Tiger Stripes, that maybe she is starting to hear him. And that would make sense given what happened.
Well, and also it would be something that maybe she's being sort of influenced, and that's why she's responding. And it's like, what are these voices in my head?
Yeah, that would make sense to me that she's starting to hear him. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going with that.
And
the doctor
manifest
is sure that he did go to the museum and hide. So he knows exactly what Charlie did.
Oh, yeah. The doctor's really in charge there, too, in that particular scene. He's telling everybody, you're going to go here, you're going to go there, you're going to come with me, we're calling the cops. He's just, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think there is a certain level of humility. Hey, Gorilla Kapla. I think there is a certain level of humility where he's just like, yep, he lied to me. So we're just going to follow what we know, what his patterns of behavior are. But yeah, as a psychiatrist, I just, I figured he was telling me the truth, but he's an excellent liar.
Next time he's getting the shock treatment.
Exactly. We're going to Carrie Fisher his ass.
Exactly what I wanted to not exactly what I wanted to say, but yes, I did want to mention that the doctor is going to take him back to the hospital as soon as they find him. But Charlie is still talking to Alice, saying that they say your world is simple, that I forget the exact words, but I couldn't handle reality, so I created a more simple world I could understand. But your world isn't simple, is it? No world with people in it is. There's always loneliness and suffering and heartache. Look at you crying because you're alone. Well, I've been alone.
Walls of heartache.
I've been alone all my life. Oh, people have tried. My mother and sister, they've tried very hard to understand. But they couldn't.
My mother and my sister.
Oh, who said?
They've tried very hard to understand. But they can't. You could.
We could understand each other.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what that song
Love
was.
each other.
The lyrics. Sorry.
But who is it? Who is
okay.
it? I want to say it's like,
Not my words.
Your mama don't know. No, your daddy don't know what your mama's gonna. It's like Lita Ford or anyway. So yeah, no.
Sorry,
Bang,
Joe.
bang.
We totally. Sorry.
Yeah,
No, don't be sorry.
We're just
It's
two guys standing in an elevator, being like, "What is this song?"
No, it's okay because this show is all about derailing. I love it. It's good. No problem here.
Yeah, we're like trying to. This melody.
I'm sure it'll
in
make
my
sense
head.
later.
It's The Warrior. It is called The Warrior.
The Warrior.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll find out.
Anyway, so it's a self-reflection here. He's understanding himself better. He's understanding what he wants, and that what he wants is not in this world that he's in, but it is in this dollhouse world. That world is real to him.
It's The Warrior, and it's a song by Scandal from 1984.
I never would have guessed this.
And the thumbnail looks like some sort of reenactment of the play Cats. which is impossible because I think Cats came out later.
Well, before he could finish his speech to Alice, he hears the others coming for him, so he turns off the lights to the exhibit. And then they reach the dollhouse, and the doctor asks Charlie's mom to call for him, but he doesn't come out of his hiding spot. Like Tiger said, he's leading the charge like a captain. Like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Don't turn on the lights yet. Wait for a moment. And so they go whenever he says. And let's see, let me add this back to stage. And as they're searching around, they're looking for Charlie. But the guard sees something, and he hears something.
Yeah.
And he sees the doll. He sees Alice. And for the first time, I think, he's seen Alice moving with Charlie. And they're looking at a Viewmaster reel from the Victorian times.
Stereopticon.
Yeah.
Stereoscope. It's like, I didn't realize they had those back then. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient virtual reality goggles.
It's amazing. Now we use our smartphones inside, Google Cardboard.
Oh yeah.
You remember those Google Cardboards?
Yeah.
And so he's very happy to see this, but also he doesn't want anyone to think he's insane. Also, he doesn't want to end up in the hospital himself, so he never tells anybody, which is anyway
a smart move.
Yeah, smart move for him.
You keep,
but also, and I know it's somewhat romanticized, but instead of being like, I don't want to be called insane, it's like, you know what? No one needs to know this. I know Charlie wanted to live in the dollhouse. I certainly don't. So let him live there. He's cool.
And Charlie just looks so happy with Alice, and she looks happy with him. And Charlie now living in the dollhouse seems freer than ever.
I am a little disappointed that there was no sort of button on the episode to show Charlie and Alice communicating. That would have been nice.
Because they're sitting on the sofa together.
Yeah, they are sitting on the sofa together. However,
I think that implies consensus.
And consent. But the thing is that one of the things that Charlie likes about Alice is that Alice doesn't talk, and neither does Charlie have to. And so when we do see them together, and I know it is intended to be a reveal of him having the stereoscope and then pulling it down, and it's like, oh, they're happy, and it's like, yeah, he's watching TV and she's just admiring him, and they never have to talk, and they live in a dollhouse, and I guess sound doesn't exist in there. And so there was a little bittersweet in there where my cynical mind sort of snowballed a bit with it.
Interesting, Scott. I don't know if they never talked. I would have liked that. I wouldn't
enjoy
have been...
the silence.
And
like something along, like, even just like, welcome, it's good to be here, or something like that. Better than that.
Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm.
Now we're just doing 80s lyrics, dude.
Closing narration. They never found Charlie Parks because the guard didn't tell them what he saw in the glass case. He knew what they'd say, and he knew they'd be right too, because seeing is not always believing, especially if what you see happens to be an odd corner of the Twilight Zone.
Sorry.
Yeah, he normally just sits in the Twilight Zone. But
I was just anticipating. Sorry.
This time we had to add an odd corner.
Great closure.
But you guys were saying, like, I think we all were saying how we were rooting for Charlie throughout the episode. And so it was nice. It was nice how at the end, so was the guard, and so was Rod. Everyone was just like, the Twilight Zone.
It is kind of sad for his mom and sister and brother-in-law. They'd never get to see him again. They I don't know for how long they have to search for him. And he's like gone.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it is a bittersweet kind of moment.
Because at the end of it, it's like if you go from the world and it's like Charlie's mother, sister, brother-in-law, the psychiatrist who thought that he had nursed him back to health, and all of the policemen thought that Charlie had escaped. The psychiatrist was defrocked for being a fraud because he had gone into a museum in the middle of the night. They never found Charlie, and so the lives and the world of the Parks and Mr. Dr. Wallman, formerly Doctor. It's just like, yeah, you're right. Everything else went into turmoil.
Yeah.
No, that's a good observation, Jill. When people disappear from the world, it's not a good thing.
No, not for
but
the
in
people
this
who
context, I don't know. Does it work for me? I have not made up my mind.
It's better. Charlie.
It's better. It works for Charlie, and I think that's what matters.
Yeah, Charlie's happy for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I mean,
or longer.
Oh yeah,
one of
dolls
those things where you
don't
gotta
die
let
either.
it be the
No,
ending
dolls don't die.
and don't progress from there.
Yeah.
Let it be
Wow.
the ending.
But
Well,
it
and
also
you can leave-
reinforces his arrested development.
Yeah, it does. Living in a dollhouse forever, but they
He's
also
got a
showed earlier you
girlfriend.
can
That's
leave.
progress.
Yeah, but
you can
she's
live
made
in
of
one.
wood.
Well, not
Not
in
in
reality.
No,
not
I
in
know,
reality.
I know. I was
And
just, it was an
also
offhanded comment.
But also, Scotty, in that reality, they're able to leave the house. So there could be a whole
can go to a play or
meaning world.
something. Who knows what's outside?
I can show you the world.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, it's just the only restriction is their time period. So it's like 1860 or something.
I do like that Charlie is relieved of his anxiety at the end of the episode. So it beyond the ramifications of the real world, I do enjoy the resolution of this episode.
Yeah, they were taking his escapism away, and he escaped into it forever.
But again, going back to that being on the spectrum, whatever it happens to be in terms of mental health, like I do think that this is a tragic story of a man descending into madness based on a idolatry of a wooden doll. But in the Twilight Zone, it is a man who was not satisfied with the reality of the world and found his own happiness with a doll, in a haunted doll in the Twilight Zone. What if the doll was alive? Like I do think that there's a lot more of a silver lining on a dark cloud that the Twilight Zone offers. Like if I wanted horror, I'd be watching the Night Gallery. But this also, there's always a glimmer of hope, and I think it is in the response from the guard and the closing narration from Rod Serling, where it's like, and it all worked out. And I like that.
He freed himself from the problems he was having in this way, and he gets the love of his life that he's ever his first love, and he doesn't have to find another.
And in a sense, Charlie himself is very Victorian. That's part of the thing that kind of bothered me too. It's like his Moors are from a previous century, and everybody finds him out of place because of that. So he's actually somewhere that he belongs morally, aesthetically.
Yeah. He found a place where he fits in.
And there is a certain level of reinforcement, or in terms of support from Dr. Wallman, where he's like, you know what, let's not go crazy on this normal thing, and for reasons already expressed.
Because it's meaningless. Normal, in the popular sense, refers only to the behavior pattern of the majority. And that pattern is not necessarily good.
I love that line so much. I want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a keeper.
So, the end of the 13 Mannequin. So ultimately, the case was dismissed, obviously, and we eventually, it's like, obviously this wasn't plagiarism.
No, I mean, I don't know if maybe the case was dismissed, but it had enough of an impact that they held this episode back for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that means that it meant something to the brass of CBS, because
The only way to know for
they never
sure
released it.
The only way to know for sure if there was plagiarism really would be to look at the scripts.
Yeah, and there wasn't.
And what's more, a lot of judges don't have a good grounding in plagiarism, in my humble opinion. They don't have a good grounding. You've got to have a really good lawyer who knows their way around that kind of law. I've always heard that it's 7 points of similarity or more. And I've seen things that were dismissed that I thought were clearly plagiarism, obviously plagiarism.
like Star Trek Discovery.
Yes, completely.
I knew you were going to say that.
Justice
I was waiting to see if I had
Justice for an Us.
Yes.
You know, so, but the fact that it was held back for 20 years means that somebody in the brass, some bean counters, some executive said, "Oh no, we're never going to air this again because we'll have to pay this guy. He'll bring his suit around again." Somebody was uptight about it, and really
That's
uptight.
true.
20 years.
Yes. Yeah. But eventually, it did get replayed again.
Thank goodness.
And
because
nobody got
such as they're stellar performances by everybody in it. Wyndham,
such a shame.
Barbara Barry,
that it was only played
and
once.
Duvall.
Until then, yeah.
And Billy Wyndham.
Yeah, Billy Wyndham. Yeah, I was trying to get there. So the story that the 13 mannequins was about an old man and living with his daughter and son. They worked at a department store, and there's a display of 12 mannequins that he had more fun talking to than real people.
What about the lady who went up to that floor that didn't exist and then she found...
and the Anne Francis episode.
Yes,
very similar too.
That's right. And that episode happened before this episode was this story was written. So
sounds like somebody wanted that Winchester cigarette fucking money.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I will say that I've known many people, and I believe every one of them, who submitted scripts to television series. Their script was not picked up, and then 3 months later, their script aired, just slightly altered. And I completely believe that happens all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
and it still does.
That Twilight Zone mannequin episode, Phantom Outsider tells us, is the After Hours. Thank you, Penty.
Yes, thank you.
And so, of course, his family thinks he's crazy, so that they're trying to send him to a mental institution, but then the old man realizes that they're gonna do this.
Oh no.
And he gets he dies from a heart attack or something, and he's found on the floor. They take him in, and then they're shocked in the next day to see workmen delivering a 13th mannequin who is looks just like a grandfather figure, just like the old man. And he gets to live with his friends.
That's it. Well, there is that psychiatrist connection then. So
just from that little
2 points of similarity.
Lawrence.
No, I was just going to say my knee-jerk reaction was that hearing that at that point was saying that, of course, you have to look at both scripts, but it seems like it might have been different enough.
Yeah, sometimes people think of the same idea, and none of this is particularly that unique. It is a beautiful episode, but it's not
outstanding.
Idea. Yeah, it's not like
for me the performances carry it.
Yes.
Also, I'm kind of thinking about that She-Hulk doll that you bought me, and I'm just like, one way we'll be together. I love you, Jennifer. So I'm kind of mentally ill.
Well, if you just wish hard enough, Scott, you'll get to go on adventures with her in the TARDIS.
Don't laugh. I got another Jen in a TARDIS. Anyway, sorry.
Well, that's something that might be an idea, a collaboration between the She-Hulk people and Doctor Who.
Both are in such tumult that maybe we shouldn't poke.
Doctor Who is dead.
Yeah, Doctor Who's dead, and so is
Doctor Who is never
Star
dead.
Trek.
Doctor Who shows
Doctor
up
Who
exactly
is in a
when he is
dollhouse.
needed.
And so is She-Hulk. She-Hulk dead. Doctor Who's dead. Yeah.
What are you talking about? What the hell?
Well, I mean, she's.
How dare both of you?
Oh, I don't think they're bringing that one back, Scotty. You better just enjoy
What?
what's there.
She's in.
What are you talking about? Doctor Who or
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk?
She-Hulk.
Well, we will see. We will see. But
She's
Doctor
in
Who,
perpetual,
Doctor Who
lawsuit.
is
Dream
not
on.
dead.
Dream on.
Has she dropped her lawsuit?
I don't know what's going on, but the character still exists. It's not like she died
Yeah,
of
in the
cancer and all of a
comics.
sudden we're not allowed to have any more people play her.
Okay, so
I thought we were talking about your special TV show that you love so much. That's like Ally McBeal.
Yes, we are. We are
It's
absolutely
like that. I like
talking
that
about
too. But I'm just saying they can recast, they can bring her back. And I'm saying the same thing. Like, but when you say that they are dead, you're basically saying an intellectual property or a character is dead because you didn't like one iteration of it.
No, I'm
They
saying that
brought back
according
Howard
to
the Duck for the love of
buzz in the media right now, Doctor Who is not.
Oh,
a
I read the
series
National
any longer.
Enquirer. Therefore, the
They've,
future
they've
of
canceled
storytelling
that
is
series.
dead.
At one point, it was sold to Fox and then came back to the BBC.
They've
Like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But
They
don't
canceled
say that
before.
these. Don't tell
was
me the
gone for
Bobbsey
a long
twins are
time.
dead just because there hasn't been a Bobbsey twins in a
I'm
long
saying
time.
the series Doctor Who, as it is now, is dead.
Yeah, like didn't it come
Long
back
live
in the 80s?
Doctor Who. The Doctor,
That's
the Doctor is
exactly
dead. Long
what
live
the people
Doctor
were
Who.
saying when they canceled it after Sylvester McCoy. So I would like to cite history and say that I respectfully disagree.
But it took time, though, didn't it?
And they didn't drive it into the ground the way they have politically this time.
I would love to have this argument.
Yeah,
But
it
the
took, I
thing
think,
is-
20
Late-
years after Sylvester McCoy,
When
didn't
we
it? Wasn't
say-
Sylvester McCoy from the 80s?
I'm just
Yeah,
saying you're
yes.
wrong.
Yes, and and when we say died, we don't mean forever. In the case
Well,
of
that's
IPs,
usually
they
what
can come
death
back.
does.
Yeah, but necromancy. Can
Let's have a
happen with
funeral for a
with
franchise.
the IPs. And so here's the preview for next week's
Some
story.
smelling salts could bring that back.
Yeah, exactly. Right? There's the optimism.
True, it's
I
true.
hope
I prefer to say that Star Trek is in a coma.
I think we
No,
could
I'm
just
not
love.
unhappy about the death of Doctor Who at this point because I haven't watched the last couple of
No,
Doctors.
well, we could. Well,
So
we
you
could-
have no stake in this race.
Well, we
Yes,
could
I
love
do.
what
Because I was a
was.
Doctor Who fan.
You can
Because
only
she likes-
love what was. You know.
Yeah, well, that's
so were
fine.
you. You didn't watch the last couple of Doctor Who's either.
No, because I didn't like them.
No,
Yes,
I didn't
and-
either.
But that didn't mean that I didn't like Doctor Who.
Yeah, but for me, I didn't.
I would
really watch
never say
I
Doctor
watched
Who
Star
is
Trek.
dead. It would take a hell of a lot more than Jodie Whittaker and Ncuti Gatwa to kill it.
So that's why I like to say that Star Trek is in a coma,
Mhm.
and we'll see if it comes back. I think I saw its eyes.
You're going to be
needs a
so
rest.
pissed when it's Boimler and Tendi who bring it back.
No, that's not possible because that is owned by Kurtzman, so that would not happen. So here's a preview.
Management.
Here's the preview for next week's story.
Yes.
Where Scotty has a conniption.
I have
Some
already had a
rather-
stroke.
Too
I already had a
late.
stroke.
Now this is in 2
Conniption
weeks,
has
right?
happened.
Here's the preview for next week's story.
2 weeks, right?
Yes.
2 weeks. That's right. Not this next week because I'm going to take off next week. I'm going to take a break for a week. So Friday will be the last stream, and I won't be streaming Saturday or Tuesday. Oddly,
I'll be taking over the stream on Tuesday. We'll be talking about Pretty Maids all in a row.
That was a good
No.
Eagles song.
No, that's not going to happen. Some rather special ingredients to a bizarre brew served up next time on the Twilight Zone. An oddball printing press, an editor with a stringer from the lower regions. They're just a few as we bring you Robert Sterling, Patricia Crawley, and special guest star Burgess Meredith in Charles Beaumont's Printer's Devil.
Oh, another Beaumont.
Another Beaumont. And so that's all for the Twilight Zone. Yay,
Looks like
we
he's
did
gonna take
it.
old
Yay.
One Eye to the
Yay.
optometrist.
Oh, and as we are getting close to the end here, Hazed
Oh, I love grumpy old men, sir.
Hello, hello. I just want to say hello to Hazed Zealot on the Rumble side. Glad to see you. Glad to see you here. The Rumble side has been a little scarce, so glad to see someone over there. Wonderful, wonderful news. I'm gonna share the comments. Hold on. Let me bring that up. It's right here. Where is it? Oh wait, right here. Now you can see it, right?
Yes.
And so we can make all this big. And make this big too. Phantom Outsider says, hopefully they don't pick wait, what? I don't even know what this is about.
Well, I'll read it and see if I can interpret it. Hopefully they don't pick the serial killer, as one was featured as a choice and he was picked, but the girl decided last minute to not go on the chaperoned date.
Yeah, that's why I didn't read it, because I didn't understand the context.
Well, thank you, Phantom Outsider. I believe that you made Tiger Stripes leave.
No,
I'm wondering what we're talking about here.
I'm not 100% sure, but I said it eloquently.
She said nice things and she left. So,
yes.
So I hope she has a wonderful day. Thank you, Tiger Stripes, for hanging out with us today. I didn't know.
It's not your fault, Phantom Outsider. I think I had a conniption that sort of motivated her.
No.
We were pushing her away with banging at the walls of heartache.
Bang, bang.
Another version of a gimlet is vodka, lime juice, and onion as a garnish. I have never had liquor with onion.
See, I think we got Gimlet and Gibson mixed up, so that was my mistake. That was my mistake.
Me. What a shock. But at the same time, so glad. That's scary. Okay.
I wonder if Fender makes a mixed drink.
I wouldn't know. My mixed drink, a rare event, is a Black Russian. Scotty, what is?
A Black Russian is Kahlua and vodka. Ooh, and if you like dairy, you can add milk. It's a White Russian. Drop a cherry in there.
Just add it to my coffee, please.
It's a Mexican Russian.
Oh, a Mexican Russian is tequila and Kahlua.
Oh, well, Kahlua.
Ooh.
We mean tequila. No, wait a minute.
It's still too early in the day for me to drink.
Tequila and Kahlua are both Mexican.
Sorry. Tequila, Kahlua, and vodka.
Ah, okay.
You need the Russian in there. You're right. You're absolutely correct. Hello, everyone. It is currently 2:37 in Eastern Standard Time, and Scott is talking about his entire buffet for this evening.
Jason, well, you know what? I think this is just like an inside conversation that I completely lost. So I love you guys, but I'm not going to be confused again. He was in Columbo, Short Fuse with Roddy McDowell. Who was? You know?
William Wyndham.
William Wyndham. Thank you, Scotty. I have not seen that. I haven't seen a lot of Columbo. I've only seen like 2 episodes so far.
Oh, no. But you go through William Wyndham's IMDb, and which is really the only, like, his resume, which I would give probably about 95% credence towards. You can correct me if I think I'm going too high, but like I love seeing anything. And much like Robert Duvall today, it's like, I'm so glad I got to see this performance. It really speaks to how much I admire Robert Duvall as a performer, but also how charismatic William Wyndham is. Like, he does anchor it as a supportive, because sometimes I find him smarmy. And in this one, he was like, now. He was such a voice of reason.
He was an authority.
Episode. Yeah, but also he was warm. He wasn't like, oh, Charlie's stupid. Thinks he's seeing dolls. It's the Indian in the cupboard. And it's like, no, calm down.
I love that movie.
I've never seen it.
It's Snort Poop is, I think I love the book. And so I just told myself I like the movie. Yeah, I love the book. Like, all right. That's the original Toy Story. Or Nutcracker. There was another Toy Story cartoon that wasn't Toy Story. That was Christmas related.
The Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, probably.
But that too.
Oh, wait a minute. There was some fairy
Everyone
tale
likes it
thing.
when inanimate objects come to life and have cute personalities. Like, don't worry.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I want to review the Brave Little Toaster.
More than the Indian in the cupboard?
Yes.
All right.
Snortopoopus says To Kill a Mockingbird is a good movie. It stars Gregory Peck. And it has a very young Robert Duvall starring as Boo Radley.
True.
Boo, 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 boo.
I was living on a farm when I was younger, and we had a whole bunch of mockingbirds. So I went to the local library and I got the book To Kill a Mockingbird because I figured I would find out how to get rid of this infestation on my farm. And it was so like useless.
You know, that I've seen that joke already. It would have been better if I hadn't
It was
seen that joke
plagiarism.
already.
It was plagiarism, Jill.
I've seen this joke a lot, but it usually has a kitty cat reading To Kill a Mockingbird, and that's what the caption is.
Well,
This book is useless.
Let's chalk that up to Gary Larson.
That's a tequila Kahlua with a chicken wing in it. A tequila mockingbird.
Oh, wow. I'll give you points for being clever.
Yes, I will stir the drink with the chicken wing and then throw it away.
The glove cleaner says Twilight Zone.
Glove cleaner, what up,
yeah? Twilight Zone. Yeah, it's so good to see the glove cleaner. Yes, it was a relief. And Old Man Bird knows what Jason Love was talking about. Kirk didn't lose his crew, but he lost a few red shirts. That's true. And Kirk always was upset when he lost anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Piper.
Extra.
But you know that when you come here, the glove cleaner, that we love the Twilight Zone, but we're always going to mention Star Trek is always going to come up. And even if nobody is Star Trek in the episode, we'll say, oh, well, there was no Star Trek today, but there was Star Trek today. So we had to talk about the Doomsday Machine.
Oh, yeah.
We're also going to bring up the 80s band Scandal because of the awesome song Warrior.
Well, and that's thanks to Lawrence. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, you blame it on me. No, I don't know why that. I don't know why that was in my head, but
it was perfect, dude. You know what? I hadn't been reminded of that song in a while, so I appreciate the heads up.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, actually,
and also Tiger. Tiger's great.
Yeah, Tiger is awesome. I'm so glad she was here today. Oh, you beautiful doll. Oh. And there's a song. Another song.
Satin doll.
Charlie's so lonely. He loves a doll / fantasy. Yeah. Well, but to him, she doesn't look like a doll. She looks like a real little person. Like, it's just like, why in the heck was that comment held for review about the fantasy? Damn, I wonder. That's weird.
I don't know. I don't even.
But you know what? I just want to thank my wrenches in the chat. I don't think I thank them often enough because I can't pay close attention to what's going on in the chat. I would never notice that somebody's chat was being withheld by the YouTube algorithm.
I should have been looking at it too, but
no, that's okay. No, you're on the panel. That doesn't count.
I'm on the panel. I'm supposed to look at it. I decided not to.
No, you're not supposed to look at it either. If you're on the panel, you're supposed to be paying attention to the story and to the conversation.
I wasn't doing that either.
Oh, yeah, I know. You left during the part you wanted to talk about where Charlie
People were building a fence out there.
I know, but you're here now, so I wanted to talk to you about it now. Go ahead.
I had to go to the restroom. I'm sorry.
That's okay too.
But
no,
it
but
was
I'm
not
saying
something that could be held back.
I understand. No, but I'm just saying you left at the part that you expressed interest in earlier in the stream where Charlie was crying holding the doll, and I was wondering if you had something to say about that. But,
I think I said what I wanted to. I just think it was a touching moment, and the only thing that will really bring it any sort of if you want to know why I felt the way, like positively and moved by it, the only way you're really going to get it is if you see it.
See what?
The scene or the episode.
I did see it.
Yes, folks, please watch the episode.
Absolutely.
Of course.
I didn't even bring my box set down. My shitty box set. It's like
It's not
Chitty Chitty
shitty.
Bang Bang, but
Like,
it's got all
obviously.
the episodes. It's just like it's got that clamshell foldy flippy, and it sucks. But I have all the episodes, and I'm so
the
happy about
packaging
it.
is bad.
Yeah, and
Oh.
so I am now. Yeah, I'm even going back and watching others.
Lawrence, were you responsible for Doors' Jim Morrison reference today?
I don't think I never intended to.
Okay.
Well, is this the end?
I have no problem with the Doors or Jim Morrison.
Oh no, that was my fault. I said people are strange. So yes, Old Man Bird. That was me this time. Sorry, I'm blaming Lawrence for all the music references when it was my fault this time. I'm so sorry, Lawrence.
Yeah, you got that one past me.
Well, in appreciation to you, Jill, I would like to quote Jim Morrison and say, "Sugar, honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you."
And it's that is such a cute video, but I thought it was by the Archies.
Damn it!
Your rock candy girl.
Although there weren't.
Oh, are you an LA woman?
I don't know who made that. Who made the Archies in that cartoon? I don't know anything.
The same people who made Josie and the Pussycats, from what I understand.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Jason Love also talking about more stuff.
I'm being specifically wrong right now, so.
I didn't make a poll for this, but the Wayfarer Project wants to know, what's your foot preference in bed, socks or sockless? Because this is brought up by the psychologist.
It was to get the chat going, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no socks for me in bed.
But no one really took that up, I guess.
No? Oh, then I'm the only one who answered.
Socks off. Socks off.
Ah, see, there you go. So you go. Two for two.
Yeah. It looks like Buddy's the only sock man.
What are socks?
I know, but up until I was a kid, like up until I was about like 16 or so, socks all the time.
Or what they call footy pajamas.
No, I still have those.
Those are so I didn't like it. It felt like being in prison because I didn't have the choice of socks or not.
No, but mine were like sort of spandexy and they looked like Spider-Man. So
I see.
Yeah.
Underoos. Always goes back to Spider-Man.
Yeah, but if it's a jumpsuit, kind of like, it was, Remember there was an episode of, never mind, I'm not going to bring up episodes.
So no
of Perfect
socks
Strangers.
No socks for Snortopoopas because he's a bear. Jason
Makes
Love
sense.
says socks unless it's hot or humid. Yeah, I don't do socks unless it's freezing cold. So I'm like the opposite there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, I just put more blankets on my bed.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned when I was younger, it was just like, you know what? It's bad for your feet. You got to let your feet breathe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? You want to see how quickly I can put you in hospital? Dr. McCoy, this side of paradise. Oh, yeah. Humans wear socks on their feet, and they put shoes over the socks. Oh, he's explaining. Oh, Phantom Outsider is explaining socks to Snortopoopas. And he laughs.
Ooh, man.
All of a sudden that a scene from A Fish Called Wanda came to my mind. You know where?
Oh, where he
picks up one of her boots, black leather boots. He's going like inflating it and stuff. That was pretty nuts. Wildest sex scene ever.
Jason
Loves that's not true.
Says to Old Man Bird. Funny enough, recent attempts with the fairer sex had me listening to Fooled Around and Fell in Love. Great soundtrack of music, either before my time or I was a baby or a toddler, perhaps. No, I saw it in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do like that song. I do like that song very much.
It is in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Yeah, that's how I
Fooled Around and Fell in Love.
Where else do you find classic rock, Jill?
VH1.
And
Last
me.
Action Hero.
Oh yeah, you.
And you have an audience. They send you music.
Yeah. No.
No?
No.
Shame on them.
You're my jukebox. But Alice told the doll people about Charlie. And now the doll guys in white coats take Alice away.
Oh,
I didn't.
no.
Whoa, that's a dark twist. I hope you're wrong, Phantom Outsider.
Oh, especially
but, oh my
those
God.
Victorian psychiatrists.
Yeah,
They'll drill holes in her head.
And yeah, exactly. Then back then, psychology was really, really insanely dangerous. You would get lobotomies, and especially if you're a woman, they say like, "Oh, you're being hysterical," and that was actually a diagnosis.
Oh no.
Oh, what about this terror? What if so they explain Charlie's situation to Harriet, and based on their first interaction, because Charlie was the first person to sort of rebuke Harriet's forward sort of behavior, after they went and searched the museum, she spent the rest of her days wandering the aisles of toy stores looking for Charlie amongst the dolls.
Wow.
No, I can tell that didn't really
Hold
land.
on. I've got to talk to a little person. Hold on just a second.
Okay, like Alice?
Like Rose Tico? I don't know.
Rose Tico is your fucking go-to?
I don't know why.
Just because Asians are short?
Well, you were talking. Well, no,
I don't even know how tall Rose Tico is. I gotta find out.
You were talking about toys and aisles, and somehow my mind.
I just thought
I
thought that Harriet would wander the aisles of Toys R Us's for the rest of her days, being like,
Yeah.
I hope I find Charlie. And then all of a sudden, and you know what? It kind of works out because, you know, Toys R Us, Star Wars figures, Rose Tico. Who played Rose Tico?
I don't even remember the name.
Hang on, I got it.
It's something
Kelly Marie Tran, and
Tran.
you know, I'm gonna go to Wikipedia currently, and I am no height.
Are you looking up height?
I'm looking up height.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
I want to find out, like, because it's not my fault. Lawrence was like, "Oh, you're gonna look for little people like Rose Tico," and I'm like, "Okay, so how tall is this woman?"
I know that you said hi to Gorilla earlier, but now I'm officially saying hello. Gorilla's random. That's Kapla.
Now, you know what? Stupid. I hate my IP address because it just goes straight to metric. And I'm like, 1.57 meters? What is that? So now I got to go to a
Yeah, well, it sounds short, especially when you start with a 1.
Well, how tall are you?
I don't know. In meters.
So she's 5 foot, let's say 5'2".
I wasn't thinking little at that time. I was thinking toys and toy aisles.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's
I'm thinking Hasbro.
Where there's these leftover Star Wars toys that no one bought, except for YouTubers to run over Rose Tico bobbleheads with their cars.
Yeah. But Leia's short too, because
oh yeah. Carrie Fisher is like 5.
She's like, aren't you too short to be a clown?
My height. Alice is sad as her future husband told her he's going to send her to the moon.
Carrie Fisher was shorter than Rose Tico or Kelly Marie Tran.
Although I have had somebody tell me that Carrie Fisher is 5'1". She is short, but Princess Leia is taller somehow.
Well, that's because of heels, space heels.
They stretched her.
And Gorilla says, "Where is Eric's? He usually comes on your stream." You know what? Yeah, I've changed things around, and I don't know if Eric's was causing me trouble because that's repetitive content. You just repeatedly see Eric's, and I just don't know. But I can. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just answering questions here. But look, I could show him. I could show him to you now. Look, you can see Eric's now. Eric's is on people. Wait, what's going on?
I don't know.
No, I was sorry. I mean, that's the problem because my head just kept going, and I was thinking, man, it'd be cool to have AI make a music video for, The Warrior, but sung by Kelly Marie Tran.
And she goes like this.
Bang, bang.
And then she kisses. Then she kisses Finn.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, oh, you know what? It's so strange, and I have no complaints because I just enjoy hanging out. I like the topics that you choose. I like your channel. I like everything about it. I don't have a channel, bitch. Sorry about that. And
I said I like my channel too.
Okay, I thought you said I like your channel, and I was just like, oh, I'm angry.
You call me a bitch.
No, it was a reaction. It was just a reaction. And so the thing is that we are, if as a contributor and supporter of your channel, I think that there is a certain level of chaos that you are employing to try and throw people off of the scent of the authentic content that you're making.
I am. I'm trying to be as chaotic as possible so they realize I'm human.
Well, look on the plus side. You got me here.
Yeah,
And
I think it should work out.
Yeah, let's hope. But also, it does get a little, but we'll have a staff meeting about this later on Discord or something, I'm sure.
Staff meetings, but
don't forget,
those have been difficult to get.
Staff.
Don't forget, everybody, if you would like to support Anti-Derivative Jill's channel, you can hit up the Discord. You can go to Patreon. There is a free Patreon, but you can support financially if you wish. There is. Well, if you look at, is there? There's a stream elements. There's
how do you keep up
if
with
you look
all
at my
this
scroll,
stuff?
you
just gotta write it down. Get a crayon,
you don't
man.
have to write it. And just look at this. Okay, if Scotty will shut up for half a second,
I will shut up for half a second.
Like if you just look at my link tree, it's on the scrolling. It's the link there. It has all the links that Scotty.
No, I mean, how do you keep up with
more.
managing all these platforms?
Oh, I don't know.
That's why I just show up.
No, I do. I'm on Twitch. I think Twitch is going. Let's see if Twitch is working. Yeah, Twitch is totally working.
Oh yeah, Mad G there.
Yeah, Mad G was there briefly. Yeah, Mad G.
Then he got sick and tired of the absence.
Well, and I wasn't really paying attention to is like, what is that? I don't even know what these emojis are. Is that share? I can't understand what I'm looking at on Twitch. No, if you go on Twitch, there's like
I believe in life after love.
It probably isn't share. It's just that I don't understand Twitch or its machinations or the memes that are over there. Anyway, I'm an old lady, according to Twitch. Jason Love says Charlie has found his love match in the Twilight Zone. Isn't it going to be odd for the museum if eventually Charlie and Alice have kids? Where did all those new wooden dolls come from? No, because they can only see Alice. They will never see Charlie except for the guard. The guard is now cursed with seeing the reality of the doll.
Where did you get that?
Huh?
Because
where did you get that idea?
Because he was able to see Charlie.
Why do you think that no one else will ever see Charlie?
Well, only the guard will see Charlie. No, everybody else has said there's only one doll in here, and that's what the psychiatrist said. There's only one doll in there. It's just Alice, and the other doll that you said that was there, the housekeeper, and
Whippersnapper,
wasn't
Whiplash,
there. Yeah. We're just calling him that because I'm just calling him that. I named him that because of Rocky and Bullwinkle, and they have a
crash
villain.
test dummy.
Like he's just like a typical villain.
Once there was this doll house filled with those Victorian.
So do you understand now, Scott?
Yes. Sure.
Okay, good.
I know not of what you speak.
Fred Steiner, any relation to Max? Max Steiner? I don't know. But Fred Steiner does a lot of great music.
Steiner!
And great points, Jill. Thank you, Jason. Well, if they found him, he'd wind up in a mental... Yeah, they did. They did. Well, that's what they were trying to send him back to. He's made of wood. He's got wood. What's the worry?
Well, as long as he doesn't lie, his nose won't grow.
Yeah. See, since this is the Twilight Zone, eventually Alice will tire of Charlie and then he'll be the evil doll guy, and then there will be a new Charlie. Oh man, Phantom, you keep making this sad.
No, I got a better idea. So, because we've already seen Alice do needlepoint, the thing is that if Alice wants to get rid of Charlie, she will make a dollhouse and then a littler doll, and then drive Charlie deeper into the purgatory of lower and lower fantasy levels.
Alice does voodoo.
Alice does voodoo. Although Alice should have invited him in to be doing voodoo.
Even
I don't
Chucky
think
had a line.
Alice was doing voodoo. I think Alice was just trying to help.
Yeah. No, there was no voodoo. Alice had lots of hobbies, but sticking pins in created dolls of her enemies is not one of them, I don't think.
No.
I was hoping not.
Yeah. Build a bridge out of her. What?
Build a bear?
The Bilderberg.
Oh, yeah.
The Bilderberg group? The Bilderberg group. That is the closest I will get to
Alex Jones.
No, I was trying to do Minnesota governor guy.
Oh, Alex Jones isn't the only one that knows of the Bilderbergers.
No, what's his name? It was the guy from Predator and Running Man. You know, he was the governor of Minnesota.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, that's the governor of California, the governor of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse Ventura.
Oh, yeah, Ventura.
In other news, in other new Trek plagiarism news, Strange New Worlds episode "Lift Us Where Suffering Cannot Reach" is copied wholesale from the short story by
Lift us up where we belong.
Okay, Lawrence.
Where the eagles fly.
Scotty, okay, I do not have control over my live stream.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Well,
Okay.
what was on the agenda then?
No, I was just finishing talking to the chat. No, but
Right,
I just
okay.
wanted. I was just. Let me.
I do
finish
have to
this
pee, and I got places to be.
Well, can you pee and come back, and then we can
Yeah,
finish
I
the show?
suppose. Yeah, sure.
And that
sure,
way you will
sure.
miss some of the chat.
All
And
right.
so Gavin
Bring
says,
this clam bake to a close.
"Yeah, we're almost done." So, Strange New Worlds episode "Lift Us Where Suffering
What do
Cannot
you mean clam bake? What am I doing? Petting the hen over here?
Wholesale from a short story by Ursula K. Le Guin, without giving credit to her. Yes, that was. I think I remember that episode. I was still paying attention to Strange New Worlds at that point, and yeah, they copied that episode, and it was about that kid that was stuck in some kind of crazy machine, and they kind of just left him to die or something. I forget exactly, but they did terribly. They copied it and did it poorly. As New Trek is wont to do. They try to be something else and they fail. It wasn't the actors that killed Doctor Who. It was the timeless child. Yeah, right on, Gavin. That's what I hear. An IP can die and come back, but it usually isn't what it used to be. See the Walter Matthau speech at the end of the movie, A Face in the Crowd. Ooh, interesting suggestion. Face in the Crowd, writing that one down. Thank you, Phantom Outsider.
Eat my shorts.
I consider that a philosophy. Jason Love says, I agree. Jody and Gatwa did and Russell T. Davies in particular, who actually was writing this, did massive damage, but it can be rewritten. Yeah, right, exactly. A great episode and one of the best hour-longs. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. No points for participating with terrible writers or ideas. Still, Timeless Kid is gone for sure. You've all been lovely. Thank you. That was a nice comment in there. I appreciate that. Wayfair.
I was speaking to the chat. They've been great.
They have been. They have been great. It's true. They're so fun to read. I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
No worries, Jill. Appreciate that. Yeah, trying to understand. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At times we do get a little absurd.
Yeah, and the chat conversations sometimes get away from me, but I'm glad that people had fun talking about it, whatever we're talking about. I think eventually I'm figuring out they were talking about the dating game and maybe a serial killer was involved, but I still don't know for sure.
Oh, yeah, Chuck Woolery. Yeah.
Oh, that's what that was. I'd never heard of Chuck
Love
Woolery.
Connection, wasn't that what it was called?
Okay. So I hadn't heard about that. I mean, I missed that
Yeah.
particular episode of Unsolved Mysteries
Or
because I
was
guess it
it
was
the
a solved mystery.
Newlyweds? I forget what that was. It's
Yeah.
Chuck Woolery. Didn't he have something game show thing called like the Newlyweds, or was it Love Connection? I don't know.
See me, yeah. Oh, the Tuckerverse was here too. I don't know if you're still here, Tuckerverse, but thank you for stopping by. Really, really good to see you. That's delightful. And Miss Sparkles too. I like your shirt. Thank you. It's a dress. Yeah. Buttons. But good to see you. And Scotty actually looks nice today. He's not here, but hopefully I can remember that so he can know that you think he looks nice. And Keith also is stopping by YouTube, and creators ignore me all the time. It's pretty normal for me. Oh. Well, in this particular instance, I was I was busy with the stream, but I always come back to the chat.
Chuck Woolery, Love Connection, Phantom
If I
Outsiders there for us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now the pieces of the puzzle are coming together in my mind, and I finally understand what Jason Love's been talking about. So thank you guys for helping me. It took me a little while. How many DVDs does this man own? Those aren't even all of them. Those are just some of them. So he's got more. There's a lot more. And, so very good to see all of you today to talk about the Twilight Zone. Orphan Zane. See, I haven't seen Orphan Zane. Well, I think a Doors reference for a wooden doll would be inappropriate to light a dollhouse on fire. Oh yeah. True. One sock on and one sock off. Mix it up. Oh, Keith E likes to be a little wild. You know what? Sometimes that just happens because I lose the other sock, and I'm like, I kind of want to keep this one sock on. Yeah, you know what? I've done that before too, Keith. There's just one sock on and one sock off.
Out of balance.
Hey, socks off yourself. Says the glove cleaning.
That sounds
socks.
Christmas socks.
Socks. I don't pants to bed, says Orphan Zane. So that's the answer for Orphan Zane. Light my fire. I'm cold, says Jason Love. So now we're talking Doors. That's although you will hear Light My Fire anytime we have a shore leave. I think, right? Whenever Miles dances.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Miss Sparkles wants you to know you look nice today. And Scotty must show us his onesie PJs.
You're only going to see the shoulders, so I don't understand.
Actually, he does have one. He currently has onesie PJs. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did we ruin? What did I ruin, Jason? I don't know what I ruined.
Nobody ruined anything.
Commercial, anti-derivative 10-year anniversary, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. I have my 5-year anniversary next year, but do you mean somebody else? Is somebody else having their 10-year?
I think it's theirs.
I just had a lobotomy the other day, kind of working out.
Oh man. I got a toothpick stuck in my eyeball once.
Oh, Rusty Rivers is
the
here.
lambada.
Hey,
It's
great stream and an interesting episode, Jason Love says. Live long and prosper, everyone. See you later, Jason Love. We'll be out of here soon enough too. You will not hear this kind of stuff anywhere else. Yeah, you will never have a Twilight Zone episode review like this where we talk about all this other random stuff we're talking about. This is a very unique.
I guarantee you there is no Twilight Zone review out there that has mentioned the warrior.
That's right. Tiger Stripes
or
is the best.
A chicken wing. A chicken wing and a drink.
Yeah. You're welcome for the scroll.
It's another tequila sunrise.
Oh my God, I've never seen anyone eat so many chicken wings. What would Brian Boitano do if he were here right now?
Ooh. I remember when you guys in Canada had that Brian Orser. It was Brian Boitano versus Brian Orser.
Oh, yeah.
What would Brian Bartano do?
Well, he'd probably kick an ass or two. That's what Brian Boitano would do.
The glove cleaner encapsulates the I gotta sneeze. But can somebody read this while I sneeze?
The glove cleaner says dating game 1968-ish. A young woman selected her date, but found him a bit creepy later. Fast forward, and he had been convicted of many murders. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. And yeah, that was you know what? I hope she got away unscathed. And I would never blame Chuck Woolery or Chuck Barris or any of the other
even Chuck Berry.
Or even Chuck Berry, Chuck Lorre, Chucky.
Well, I think I would blame Chucky. He was kind of murderous.
Chuck Norris.
That's only because the switch was turned to evil.
That's The Simpsons.
Oh, my mistake.
That's Krusty. Yeah, Krusty Clown. Keith says, I screwed up. It's Retro Nerd Girl's 10th anniversary tonight at 9 p.m. Star Nerd. Yay!
That's incredible.
Retro Nerd Girl. I wish I had like a Retro Nerd Girl video or something. Oh my goodness. Fireworks.
Well, and we will be doing part 2. I don't know if it's the last half, but yeah, we're going to be talking about Hudson Hawk with.
We're not going to have a Hudson Hawk part 3.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how long, because we only got like into the first act of Hudson Hawk 1. So
I think we're about halfway. We'll be fine.
But you know who's in it? In Hudson Hawk?
I'm not at that prep work yet.
You guessed it. Frank Stallone.
Oh, I was right. Old Man Bird says, how would you have fared on the dating game? 2, Scotty R37. That's our last question of today. We've got to go. Oh,
I would have been.
You need a trailer.
I would have had a very wide tie in 1972.
Well, and I want to thank Old Man Bird once again for his super chat. That's always amazing. And see you another time. To Jason. Yeah, see you guys later. Let me double check. Let me double check this over here and make sure we didn't have any sneaking people from Rumble show up. Nope, I don't see anybody.
Those rumbly people, they're so sneaky.
Well,
bang.
Sometimes they get hidden in the sea of YouTube chats. Frank Stallone is on Barfly too, an otherwise very good movie.
Oh, dude, you know what? I watched Barfly once, but I was wasted, so I don't remember any of it.
Okay. So we'll see you. Well, anyway, that's all for the Twilight Zone. And so we're not going to stream next week, but I promise, we're going to pick things back up the week after that. So it's just temporary. No matter what the results are, I'm coming back the week after that. So we're going to
celebrate 250 years of the United States and Walter Koenig and
time. Come on.
Oh, that's right. This Friday we're talking about Walter Koenig.
Oh,
so that'll be great.
That means in a few days, right?
In a few days.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Oh,
it's the
one
we're not skipping.
Is that the one? That's the one that you wanted me to stop by with the. What is it? The Babylon 5.
I haven't read it yet.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me your Babylon 5, Walter Koenig.
I need your bester.
Yes.
What time is that?
Same time as today,
here.
I think. Yeah.
Same time as here.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to have time because I got to read for Raymond tomorrow, and also tomorrow I'm going to be on Doomcock talking about Office Space. That's one of my favorite movies.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Yeah, and to smash to bits
pumpkins.
A printer.
I don't like my job, and I just don't think I'm going to go anymore.
Well, what are you going to do for money and bills?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like paying bills either.
Love that line.
Dollhouse.
Oh my god, 130 people. Okay, anyway, that's really dark. I don't want to end on that. But thank you for hanging out with us, talking about things, and talking about a man who got to live out his fantasy. That's something we can't really do in this world. You can only do that in the Twilight Zone. But it was a nice little fairy tale nonetheless. And we don't always get, a happy ending on the Twilight Zone. So that's the happiest kind of ending, even though it does have kind of the dark cloud that Scotty was mentioning earlier. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, rewind the stream and you hear his thoughts on that.
Thanks for watching the
And
rerun.
before we go though, I forgot. Lawrence, tell me what's going on your channel and stuff. And things.
Well, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we do fantasy stuff on the Wayfarer Project, and we're going to be well, we've been doing Arthurian legends for several weeks now, and we're going to be doing the quintessential great telling of Arthurian legends known as the Holy Grail by Monty Python.
Ooh.
So we'll be doing some reenacting and that sort of thing, and some cat videos mixed in here and there. And then on Sunday, we're back to Babylon 5, and I forget the name of the episode that we're doing. But it's heating up now. The shadows are cooking, and they're starting to find out who the shadows are. We're getting deep into it. It's cool stuff.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Lawrence, for hanging out, talking about the Twilight Zone. Thanks for coming back.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you, Scotty. And do you want to talk about what's coming up with Cinema Gulp and Phantasmagorium? And
Cinema Gulp just released a bunch of good stuff. And so you should go subscribe to Cinema Gulp. We talked about The Rock. He just recently talked about Sugarland Express, which is the first film by theatrical, by Steven Spielberg. We're not talking about Duel, or at least I wasn't, so maybe I'm wrong. And he's going to be bringing back the live reactions, talking about, I don't know, some dragon show.
Dragonheart?
House of the Dragon?
Sure, I don't care. Fucking fantasy bullshit.
Well, and to say another good thing about Retro Nerd Girl, she also did her seasons 1 and 2 review of House of the Dragon recently that I saw. I wasn't meaning to share.
Oh, it is House of the Dragon. You're right.
Good night, everyone, says Orphan Zane. Yeah, good night to all my friends who it is night for me. It's afternoon. And good night, good morning, good evening.
That would be the ook.
Yeah.
It's so funny, Jill. Like, we went through this entire thing at the end of last year where it was like, I don't dislike fantasy. I just am bored by Lord of the Rings. And then whenever we get into a fantasy discussion, I just fall back in my tired old thing where it's just like, I hate fantasy. And then, the appropriate answer is just like list off all of the fantasy movies that I said, actually, I really like that. So yeah, I apologize.
Otherwise anyone can read it.
Exactly. So
yeah, you didn't hate Harry Potter.
Not the movies.
Yeah.
I did want to. I really did want to.
You really had a lot of fun making fun of them for many years.
Get hairy.
For a long time, but it turned out that it was a positive experience for me. And then there are movies like Legend and Dragon Slayer and Reign of Fire and Excalibur. Like I went so into fantasy, and it's
we did Excalibur. No. We just finished Excalibur.
I meant to show up.
What's the one with Rutger Hauer and Ferris Bueller? What's that? Lady Hawk.
Lady Hawk, yeah.
Fucking love Lady Hawk.
How about the score, though?
Haven't seen the score. Oh, no. I mean, no, I have seen the score.
The musical score for Lady Hawk.
I have the
produced by what's his name? Oh, Alan Parsons. It's nuts, man. It's like all Yamaha DX7.
Yeah, but I kind of dug it. I'll Stand By You is a good song, and so I like it. Yeah. So Whenever I say I don't like fantasy, just point at me and laugh and say hypocrite, because I do like fantasy.
I'm just not going to have a natural ending today, so I'm just going to read what Keith says here.
It's just going to shut it off.
Yeah,
See
that makes
you
sense.
all down the road somewhere on the internet. Take care.
Be seeing you.
Learn all that is learnable.
So I hope you learned something today.
And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
I enjoy hearing what you have to say, so leave me a comment.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
So let's continue creating conversations and ideas.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Share out the stream to bring more here. Bye for now. See you next time.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
All right, move along. Done. Stop it. Get off of the things. Go outside. Get some food. It's like, you know, it's a time of day where you live. Go do something. Shut up, Snoopy. I don't care. You smoke too much. Let's go. Let's go adventure. Let's go explore.
We don't have to be mean. Because remember, no matter where you go,